Patty Allstetter. He's a Blue Dot member of Bulldog football, playing all 4 years of his high school career. Lucas is still considering his future options. At this time, feels he will most likely go into a trade. Lucas Allstetter. Next, number 8, defensive back and cornerback Evan Anderson. Evan is the son of Scott and Danielle Anderson. He is also a Blue Dot member of Bulldog football, playing all 4 years of high school. While juggling athletics and his high school workload, he has managed to be on the honor roll throughout his time at MSHS. Evan is narrowing down his college choices with plans of majoring in business with a minor in architecture. Evan Anderson. Next is number 51, offensive tackle Trevor Coit. Trevor is the son of Chad Coit and Heather Coit. He is a Blue Dot member of the football team, playing all 4 years of his high school career. Trevor hopes to attend Illinois State University and major in business. Trevor Coit. Next is number 3, defensive back, cornerback Colby Crawley. Colby is the son of Chet Crawley and Jen Crawley. He started playing football his sophomore year. Colby plans to attend college and be a successful entrepreneur. Colby Crawley. Next is number 14, defensive back and safety Gage Decker. Gage is the son of Tom and Destiny Decker. He's a Blue Dot member of Bulldog football, playing all 4 years of his high school career. Gage plans on participating in the ROTC program at a yet undecided college with a major in general studies. After college, he plans on serving our country in the Army. Number 14, Gage Decker. Next is number 53, defensive tackle Jack Gallier. Jack is the son of Rob and Nikki Gallier. Jack is a Blue Dot member of Bulldog football, playing all 4 years of his high school career. 6 years of Mahomet-Seymour youth football, and has started every varsity game since his freshman year. Jack has earned numerous honors, including a Powell Conference first team his freshman through junior years, News Gazette All-Area first team his freshman through junior years, and Academic All-State his sophomore and junior year. Jack is a monster in the middle, anchoring the Bulldog defense. He's also a part of the Leadership Council and a team captain. Jack recently committed to play college football at the University of Sioux Falls. And at USF, he will likely major in business or sports management. Number 53, Jack Gallier. Next is number 18, outside linebacker DeAndre Huey. DeAndre is the grandson of Cassandra Short. He's a Blue Dot member of Bulldog football, playing all 4 years of his high school career. DeAndre hopes to be appointed to West Point after graduation. Other options include the University of Illinois, Illinois State, or EIU. DeAndre plans on majoring in pre-med and becoming a pediatrician. Number 18, DeAndre Hughes. Next is number 32, defensive end Javon Irwin. Javon is the son of Scott and Kim Irwin. He's a Blue Dot member of Bulldog football, playing all 4 years of his high school career. Javon would like to continue his track and football careers in college, where he intends to major in graphic design and videography. Javon would like to thank Coach Turek and Coach Worth for helping him become the player he is. Number 32, Javon Irwin. Next is number 25, running back Luke Johnson. Luke is the son of Dan and Holly Johnson. He's a member of the Blue Dot Society, playing varsity all 4 years of his high school career. He was selected as first-team all-conference running back his sophomore and junior seasons, as well as News Gazette All-Area Honorable Mention his sophomore season and special mention his junior season. He has been a member of the Leadership Council, serving as a team captain for 2 seasons. Luke plans to continue his football career in college and will likely major in exercise science. Number 25, Luke Johnson. Number 40, running back and linebacker, Ryken Kirby. Ryken is the son of Nikki and David Kirby. He's being escorted tonight by his mother and sister, Kaylee. Ryken has played football for 10 years as a Blue Dot member of Bulldog football, playing all 4 years of high school. Ryken hopes to continue his football career in college while majoring in criminal justice and fire science. Number 40, Ryken Kirby. Next is number 10, defensive back and safety, Donovan Lewis. Donovan is the son of Pam Deaton. Donovan has played all 4 years in high school, and he plans to study finance in college. Number 10, Donovan Lewis. Next is number 15, defensive back, safety, and kicker, Tyler Majors. Tyler is the son of Ryan and Susan Majors. He's a Blue Dot member of Bulldog football, playing all 4 years of high school. Tyler has owned his own lawn care business in 2018 and enjoys working on anything mechanical. He plans to pursue a business degree studying at Parkland. Number 15, Tyler Majors. Next is number 13, wide receiver and punt returner, Braden Pagel. Braden is the son of Kevin and Angie Pagel. He's a member of the Blue Dot Society, playing all 4 years of his high school career. Braden plans to attend college in the fall, studying business finance. Ladies and gentlemen, those are your senior Bulldog football players for this year. Let's give them a great round of applause. At this time, we're going to dismiss the football players, and then we'll proceed with the remainder of the fall sports that we're honoring tonight. Next up is 2023 Bulldog football cheerleader senior night honorees. And first up is Briley Benson.
Ryan, do you want me to do volleyball?
Brindley Benson is the daughter of Barry and Jamie Benson. Brindley has been a 4-year varsity cheerleader for the Bulldogs. Brindley plans to attend the University of Arizona to study early education and hopes to become a 2nd grade teacher. Brindley Benson. Next is Aubrey Burson. Aubrey is the daughter of Derek and Carrie Burson. She's a 4-year member of Bulldog football and basketball cheerleading squads. She also works after school and summer camp programs at Mahomet Area Youth Club. Aubrey is undecided in her college destination, but rest assured it will be somewhere here in the great state of Illinois. Audrey Burson. Next is senior cheerleader Liv Chalk. She is the daughter of Mike and Heather Chalk. Liv has been a member of the varsity cheer team all 4 years. She has not yet decided on where she will attend college or what she will study, but she would like to thank her coaches and teammates for making these last 4 years amazing. Liv Chalk. Next is Ella Edwards. Ella is the daughter of Ben and Rachel Edwards. She's a 2-year member of the Mahomet-Seymour cheerleading team. Ella will be attending Parkland College, studying in biological sciences with aspirations to be a pediatric surgeon. Ladies and gentlemen, Ella Edwards. Next is Taylor Good. Taylor is the daughter of Andrew and Heather Good. She has started all-star cheer at the age of 4 and was a Mahomet-Seymour varsity cheerleader all 4 years of high school. In the fall, Taylor would like to attend the University of Alabama to study government and law and continuing her cheerleader career. Ladies and gentlemen, Taylor Good. Cheerleader Holly Hawes is a dedicated cheerleader who has been on the team all 4 years of high school. As for Holly's future, she plans on attending college and pursuing a career in the medical field. Ladies and gentlemen, senior cheerleader Holly Hawes. Next is Kennedy McClure. Kennedy is the daughter of Travis and Courtney McClure. She has been on varsity cheer all 4 years of high school for both football and basketball. Kennedy will be attending University of Louisville in the fall, majoring in criminal justice. Ladies and gentlemen, Kennedy McClure. Next is Alexis Sackett Northway. Alexis is the daughter of Crystal Smith and Brian Norway, who lost his battle with mental health, passing away in 2022. She has been cheering for the Mahomet-Seymour schools since 8th grade. Alexis plans to attend college after graduation and get her bachelor's degree in psychology with a focus on child psychology. She wants to continue to bring awareness to mental health and suicide prevention. Ladies and gentlemen, Alexis Sackett Northway. And senior Hannah Wallace. Hannah is the daughter of Ian and Becky Smith. Hannah has been a member of Bulldog cheer all 4 years of her high school career. Hannah plans to attend University of New England in Maine and major in nursing. Ladies and gentlemen, senior Hannah Wallace. We wish all these senior cheerleaders good luck, and we thank you and your parents for your dedication to Mahomet-Seymour Bulldog cheer. And stay on the field. We'll now introduce 2023 boys golf. By the way, boys golf participated today in the first round of the IHSA state tournament in Normal. And they'll be back tomorrow. First, let's welcome senior boys golfer Parker Clements. Parker is the son of Jennifer and Josh Clements. Parker has been a member of boys golf for 3 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Parker Clements. Next, senior boys golfer Carson Drinkwater. Carson is the son of Kelly and Shannon Drinkwater. Carson has been a member of boys golf for 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Carson Drinkwater. Next is senior boys golfer Riley Downers. Riley is the son of Amber and Brandon Dowers. Riley has been a member of boys golf for 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, Riley Dowers. Next is senior boys golfer Brogan Hennessy. Brogan is the son of Dr. Michael and Megan Hennessy. Brogan has been a member of boys golf for 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, senior golfer Brogan Hennessy. Next is senior boys golfer Leif Olson. Leif is the son of Gretchen and Lance Olson. Leif has been a member of the boys golf team for 2 years. Ladies and gentlemen, senior golfer Leif Olson. And finally, senior boys
Welcome, Bulldog fans, here at Frank Dutton Field. Chad Collins here with Dan Waldinger. Hey, Dan, before we get started, a couple things. We don't give the shout out to the people who are behind this enough. So special thanks to Simon Anderson, who heads up all Bulldog TV.
Simon's a great
Mason
dude.
Corey's on the camera tonight. Ryan Ziegler, of course, Chris Roberts' halftime show.
Love Chris.
Dan, this is the last regular season home game.
Crazy to think we're here already.
I don't think it's that crazy. I mean, you've been following the schedule, and it kind of looks like this is a natural progression.
You know what they say?
No.
The days go slow, the years fly by, Chad.
Good to know. Never heard that one before.
Well, you just heard it here first on Bulldog TV.
Hey, let's talk a little bit of football.
It's senior night.
It is senior night. I know you got some things to say about the senior, but I learned something this week that I didn't know.
Yep.
When we asked Coach, the last time this group lost, this group of seniors.
Fun fact.
Was their freshman year.
Yep.
First game against Effingham.
Against who?
Effingham, I think it was.
The Hearts.
Effingham. On this field. So how crazy is it that their last game as a senior has the chance to
A little redemption. Full circle.
A little redemption. But it's senior night, Dan. Let's give some respect to those guys.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. We've got time to do that. There's 13 of them, Chad. We learned that in the Coach Atkins show, and he talked a lot about these guys. But I'm going to go through them one by one. We've got time really quickly. We're going to go in number order. And they're honored here tonight along with several seniors on this senior night at Frank Dutton Field. It's Friday night football, and it's beautiful weather, by the way. It's fall football weather. But let's talk about those seniors. Number 3, Colby Crowley filled in nicely at the DB spot. He's had a great year so far. Evan Anderson at the other corner, number 8. He's really stepped up his game as well, filling in that weak side cornerback position. He's been a great, great senior leader. We can't talk enough about Donnie Lewis.
No, we can't because we only have so much time.
Okay, so let's talk about Donnie. Number 10, that safety, that rover. He had 4 turnovers last week. We know all about him. My favorite senior, and I'm biased, I admit it, number 13, Braden Pagel.
BP.
Old sure hands. Braden Pagel at that slot. He does a little wide receiver action too. Let's talk about number 14, the senior, Gage Decker. He fills in a lot on that defensive end, does a little wide receiver, a little DB. Tyler Majors, he's that plug-and-play kind of guy. Special teams, he kicks, he plays defense. Whatever you need from Tyler, he's there and he's ready. DeAndre Huey, another senior, number 18. Lucas Allstetter, number 19. He's a grinder. He's a little guy, but, man, he got that big pick against QND.
Yeah.
Coach talked about that. Hope to see him out on the field. 5'2", 105. Just a little guy, but he's all heart. Number 25, y'all know him. We're going to talk about him.
LJ,
Luke Johnson. He's probably going to play college-level football. Number 32, Javon Irwin. Another one of my favorites on the defensive side. Another guy that's probably going to play some college football if he wants to. Javon. And then you got number 40, Ryken Kirby. He's been stuck behind LJ, but he's a heck of an athlete.
Yep.
Ryken Kirby plays both sides of the ball. We'll see him tonight, I hope. Number 51, Trevor Coit. Another grinder on the O-line, a senior tonight being honored. And we can't not talk about the senior class without talking about Big Jack Gallier. A 4-year starter, which is basically unheard of, especially at our level. Jack started every varsity game in his career. That's something to say here in Mahomet. Jack's going to go play football over in Sioux Falls. He's gonna join Tyler Eukin. You remember Tyler?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to go play some college football, and Jack's really put in the work. So that's your seniors that we're honoring tonight. We hope to talk about them a lot throughout the game tonight, Chad, but let's talk about the football game now. Let's talk about the X's and O's. What do you see from Effingham coming in?
Well, I'm going to punt this one. I've got Ryan Heiser wasn't able to make it tonight. We've got to fill in somewhere down on the sidelines.
Substitution.
My little brother, I'm going to send it down to him as soon as I can find him. I think he's got some keys to the game.
Next man up mentality.
And until I can find him, we'll just kind of keep talking about it.
Oh, I see him. He's ready.
Okay, so let's – there, right there in front of my face. Let's send it down to the sideline. Brock, what are the keys to the game you got down there?
Listen, we're going to have to get some pass protection for Dyer tonight. We get some pass protection, it's really going to open up some zones up. The other thing, I really think we need to get Luke Johnson engaged in this tonight. very capable defensive line. So if we can get him to open up some big plays, it's going to free up our wide receivers and open up some more. So I think those are probably the top two that are going to open some of this up for the Bulldogs tonight.
Yeah, that sounds good. So, let's just kind of talk a little bit about that, right? And Brock, you're going to go back on mute.
Yeah, he's just a rookie. But
it's his first one. Let's
what?
cut him some slack.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy, that Brock.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the Effingham offense.
Mm-hmm.
Coach said it best, kind of off camera as we were talking to him this week. They're probably the best 3-3 team we're going to face all year.
2 plays away from 5-1, he said.
2 plays away to be 5-1. I think that's a really good play. They're not overlooking this team.
No.
They're not, and they're wise to do so, right? They've got a really big offensive line, and I'll let you talk about the defensive line because there's some challenges that are posed in there. But, you've got number 1, Gage Gillum back at quarterback. I think we called him last year. They run 3 or 4 running backs, Weldon, Dustin, DJ Latham, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll run some slots, some H-backs, trips. I mean, they're kind of all over the place. They're looking to make a statement tonight. They need this win coming in towards the tail of the season.
They're 3-3, Chad, and they're fighting for their playoff hopes. And little known fact, they've got a chance to tie for the conference championship if they can win tonight and then go on the road and, I don't know if it's on the road or not, but beat Mount Zion next week. They're tied for a conference championship. So they're playing for playoffs and they're playing for a conference championship.
Would that be a 3 or 4-way tie?
It'd be a 3-way tie with Mount Zion and us if they can win and win next week. So they've got nothing to lose tonight, and that's a dangerous team.
Yeah. Yeah. Talk a little bit about the defense, what kind of packages they run, what challenges they kind of are going to throw at us.
Sure, I'd love to. They're a physical team. It's a totally different matchup compared to last week, Chad. This is a run-heavy team. They like to run more than they pass. They on the defensive end, run in our film work, they run about 75% of the time.
Wow.
So you got to stack the box if you're Mahomet and Turek. They're well scouted, but their bread and butter, Chad, is their defensive line. If you remember last year against
Don't say the name.
Very good Mahomet team, there was a defensive end.
Is he back?
He's back, and he's
Is it a 4-letter word?
It's a 4-letter word, and we don't like four-letter words.
No, not here. What's his name?
This kid is only a junior. Michael Love, number 44. Circle him on your program. Look for him. He's going to wreak havoc. It's a big challenge for our O-line. Guys like Colton Metcalf-Poulos are going to have to contend with Michael Love. Michael Love's going to play at the next level, no doubt, if he wants to. He's only a junior, 6'1", 215, number 44. We're going to talk about him, but he's got a partner on the other edge, on the other end. DN number 88, Caden Metzner is 6'2", 195. He's a junior, and he's
quick.
He can play some football too. So you can't pay all your attention to Michael Love because Caden's going to come off that other edge and cause problems. The other guy to look out for on their defense is the middle linebacker, Spencer Fox, 6'1", 190 junior. He's also a problem. So Coach talked about it in the Coach Atkins show. They're very physical.
Yeah.
And we've not seen a lot of physical teams. We've seen a lot of athletic teams. But except for Morton, we haven't seen that physicality, so this will be a great test for Mahomet coming in.
Well, you mentioned Metzner. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that, but Charlie Ring is their other defensive end, and they're really quick on the edge.
Yeah, number 99.
So, as kind of Brock alluded to in the keys to the game, they've got, and that's probably going to mean that, in a passing situation, Luke Johnson's got to pick up some of those guys, which is a challenge because he's also kind of got to look for that linebacker blitz in it as well.
Well, he's equipped for it. He's a senior. He's seen it all. He's a 3-year starter. I expect Luke to have a big night tonight on senior night. Don't you?
Well, I mean, if I didn't, could I say it out loud or be in this booth right now?
We're homers, so we fully expect Bulldogs. Speaking of which, We didn't do it last week until we were almost done with the game, and you pulled out something out of your hat, which was a little bit.
Nah, that was a little kludgy.
It was kind of cheating. Chad,
hey, let's take a quick break. I believe, Dan, we're getting ready to go to the national anthem. Let's go down there, Ryan.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, back after the national anthem. Dan, we've got 3 minutes, 36 seconds to kickoff. Teams are about to take the field. You were about to say something about last week and scores or something to that effect?
Last week we missed the score prediction. We're pretty good at that. So let's not miss the beat this week. What do you got for a score prediction?
I'll say it, but in fairness, in 3 years I've never even been close.
I know. That's why I don't expect much from you.
Well, I'm going to go with 30-17 Bulldogs.
All right. Well, you got the right team on the right side of our life tonight. I'm going to go 42-13 Bulldogs. And, of course, we're going to ask Chris from Mahomet. Chris says 45-10 all Bulldogs tonight. So those are your pregame score predictions in this Apollo Conference matchup. The Flaming Hearts come in from Effingham looking to upset life for Mahomet. Mahomet coming off that huge win against Mount Zion, a huge, huge win. And Effingham, Chad, comes off a huge win against Taylorville. Scored a lot of points last week against a Taylorville team. So they come in here, again, fighting for their playoff lives and also trying to upset the conference pecking order, if you will.
Well, we're about to find out. Hey, before we get to that, just real quickly.
Yes, sir.
Let's give a shout-out to our junior high cross-country team.
Tell me about it.
Well, they got 110 members.
Wow.
Strong this season, I should say.
It's almost as much as football.
Tomorrow they host a tough sectional at Lake of the Woods.
Right here at home.
Well, right there. You could probably throw a football there. Girls run at 10 a.m., boys at 10:45. I am totally drawing blank on.
It's a big meet for them in a lot of ways. You're talking about the coach.
It's right there. I mean, I feel embarrassed. Lisa Martin.
Coach Martin.
Good Lord.
Lisa,
if you're listening.
Lisa does a great job with those kids. She's been doing it for a long time. She is really good at her job. Lisa, shout out to you and that team. If you're around tomorrow morning, go out to Lake of the Woods, support these kids, and they're running. Bulldogs, speaking of running, Bulldogs running out on the field for this home matchup at Frank Dutton. Here they come.
Oh, we've got the smoke. We've got the orange and blue smoke.
Senior
Family
night.
strong. 3 flags, all dressed in orange. Hey, Dan, let's take a quick break. Throw some respect to our corporate partners, and we'll be right back after this for the Bulldogs kickoff.
Yes, sir.
At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling, to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363. Andrew White Dentistry is Mahomet's choice for quality dental treatment in a friendly environment. Dr. White is proud to serve his hometown of Mahomet from their new location at 1112 Broadmoor in Champaign. Call 217-359-5050 to set up an appointment today. Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new house, Jackson is there. And in the times of need after any fire or storm damage, our team of experts is there to help you rebuild or restore your home. Call now for an estimate on your next project.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans. We're about to kick off here at Frank Dutton Field. It's senior night, and we got a great Apollo matchup. Left to right, you got your Flaming Hearts in white. You got your Bulldogs in all orange tonight. It looks like the fans are also sprinkled with some orange. We got some orange fog going on down on the track. It's a proper night for football. That's Jack Atkins waving the fog. Here comes Michael Sefton with the kickoff. He kicks it deep. And it looks like we're gonna have a do-over.
Be a legal formation, procedure, I believe.
Yeah, we're gonna have a do-over right from the start here.
Well, we'll take it 5 yards at a time, folks.
Well, that's one way to start a game. Back deep, you have senior Donnie Lewis along with BP Braden Bagel. Actually, Braden lined up in the center about at the 30-yard line. A little different look here on the special teams.
Maybe they know something we don't. You saw the first one. It was kind of a knuckle pooch kick.
Yeah, they got LJ back deep to the near side here. I like the look, trying to mix it up.
Someone's done their homework.
Somebody's done a little homework, and I think that somebody is Coach Pogue, the special teams coordinator. That's Michael Sefton, the kicker. He kicks it deep. That is Pagel deep along with Donnie. It'll go in the end zone. That's going to be a touchback. Bulldogs will start up at their own 20. That's where we'll get things started here in this Apollo Conference matchup. Chad, it's senior night. It's a little chilly compared to what we're used to.
Well, hey, we were going over our notes here, in the run, so to speak, before.
Yes, sir.
It was spitting rain. I thought I even saw a snowflake, but that could be an exaggeration.
It was windy. The wind has died down, though. Look at that flag. It's nothing.
It's done. That's what Mahomet wants to see. Pagel lines up in the slot. Everyone's bunched in. Luke Dyer goes in motion. It's a handoff to Johnson. Out of the seam. Jumps one. Gets out to the 32-yard line.
Little trickeration.
Wow, I saw Dyer go in motion. I thought, well, this is a busted play, but it was designed good enough for a first down for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I love the play call early on the first play. I had to look at the program, Chad, to see who number 7 was in motion.
Well, that's Luke Dyer.
That was the quarterback, QB1 in motion. 1st and 10 for your Bulldogs.
Twin set left and right. Trying to draw them off sides, nothing doing. Hammerschmidt lines up in the slot to the Bulldog side. And it's a handoff to Luke Johnson, and he gets hit right at the line of scrimmage by number 75. That's going to be Eli, what is that, Mittendorf?
Mittendorf on the tackle along with Caden Koberlein. He is the linebacker coming up, the junior, to help out. Luke, nothing doing there. Actually lost one, brings up 2nd and about 11.
From their own 32.
Let me turn the heat up, Chad.
No, I appreciate it if you did. An empty backfield. They're bringing pressure from the seam, inside bubble screen.
Sure hands.
And he's got it. First down.
A senior.
He's on to the race.
He's a senior.
35-30.
Braden Pagel sniffing it.
And he's going to watch it in.
Braden Pagel, the senior.
Touchdown Bulldogs.
That a way to start the game. BP, the senior, from Luke Dyer over the middle on that little nice and easy slant pass. We've seen it a million times. Braden Pagel with the sure hands does the rest. There was nothing stopping him on senior night.
And here's what made that work. They brought the heat from the edge right up the middle. He was left all alone.
Just
he had
one
one guy to beat, and he did it all the way down.
Catch and go. Catch and go. Braden Pagel, my favorite senior, with the touchdown. 6-0 early. And Jackson Davis set to kick the point after. Jackson's got a good hold. He's got a good kick. It's good. Bulldogs only takes, I don't know, I can't do Really good math, Chad.
Well,
but I'm
about
pretty sure
three plays, 60-some yards
59
from the last
seconds.
set.
59 seconds.
Oh, your math is pretty good.
And 7 points.
Well, with that, Bulldogs strike first.
Pretty good start, Chad. Pretty good start.
Well, I'm happy with what I'm seeing, and I'm just calling the game.
Strike early, strike often, and that's what they do there. Bulldogs strike early and often. 59-second drive results in a Braden Pickle touchdown from Dyer. And Bulldogs off to a hot start. So another senior, Tyler Majors, will be setting up to kick here, number 30 in your scorebook. Tyler,
I think it's a roster.
I feel like they didn't look it up on Max Preps at home. Follow along.
Yeah, I do.
If you haven't, go ahead and log into Max Preps at home. You can see all the Bulldog stats. And Tyler, number 15. I said number 30. He's number 15. Number 15 is Noah Frank. 15 is Tyler. He's a senior. He's going to kick this thing deep to the Flaming Hearts after the Bulldogs strike really fast. The kick is a good one. Effingham fields it. That's number 2. Jacob Weaver on the return. He's got a pretty good look, Chad. And a great return from Weaver.
Yeah, it's a 40-yard pickup there, Dan.
Yeah, the 5'9" senior with a good return. Special teams not exactly doing a great job on that opening kickoff, but the defense comes out and they'll set up shop right there on the 46-yard line. Again, we talked about it pregame. Quarterback, number 1, Gage Gillum, 6'4". He's a tall kid, 190 senior. They like to run the football, Chad, and they like to go with Weldon Dunston. He's a 6 foot, 175 junior.
Handoff does go to Dunston. At I formation, tight end set. You can tell out of the gate they're ready to run this, Dan. They won't get much on that. Maybe back to the original line of scrimmage. Second down for Effingham.
Another senior, Jack Gallier. We talked about him. 4-year starter comes in there, disrupts things. Ryken Kirby comes in there. Excuse me, that was not Ryken, I don't believe. That was Ethan Esker that helped finish things off for the Dogs.
Andrew Lotz sets up to the Effingham side. And it's a quick, no, it's going to be quarterback keeper.
Oh, boy.
And he's got all kinds of room and finally taken down about the 28-yard line. That'll bring up a first down for Effingham. I think it fooled everyone, including us up here.
Yeah, that's a great play fake by the senior. 6'4", 190 Gage Gillum with the play fake. Takes it the outside. If it were for BG on the outside there coming up with the touchdown saving tackle. Big gain for the Flaming Hearts here early.
Well, for Dunston, now Brody Belcher checks in. And it's a handoff off the right tackle. Finds his place hit very hard by Vandermeer. It's not Vandermeer. It's
Well, it's close, Chad. It's Brock
Lord.
Vanderveer.
Vanderveer.
And he's a junior. He's 5'11". He's had a great season so far. He's trying to get all conference, and he's right on track for that. Brock's come in here from Champaign.
From the Big 12.
From the Big 12, comes in here, makes a good play on that one, brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7. We got motion from the slot. Mahomet showing blitz right up the middle, and he'll pick up maybe 1 on that. They'll bring up 3rd and about 6 for Effingham. Deep in Mahomet's territory at right around the 26-yard line.
Yeah, Bulldogs tested early here on that D line. Guys like Jack Gallier, Javon Irwin getting tested, Noah Franks. The O-line for Effingham is no joke, Chad. We talked about it pregame. Some big boys on that O-line. They got 3rd and 7 here, though. They got some work to do.
3 receiver set, single in the back, tight end to the right. In motion, it's a fake. It's going to be a
Same
keeper
play.
by Gillum again, and he's seeing something early. They're hitting him on that edge.
Yes,
I think Mahomet is so concerned with that run, they've got to keep their eyes on Gillum.
You're right, Chad. You nailed it. They're stacking the box, but they're not accounting for that quarterback on that keeper, and that's two plays on this drive that they've kept it with Gillum on that left side, that near side for Effingham for some big gains. That's a 1st and 10 for them. They're driving.
Same formation, same motion. And that's going to be a false start coming back, and that's going to go against number 81.
Yeah, good
Colton
break.
Webb.
Good break for the Bulldogs to drive him back 5 yards. They were looking for Dunson there, number 7, their feature back. They were going to give over the left side. They're pounding that left side, Chad. So they believe in that O-line over the left tackle, and they're using it. Bulldogs tested early here after the quick strike, but the defense getting tested here in the red zone.
And Gillum he keeps it again off that left side, hits the B gap, and will pick up pretty much their penalty almost back to the original line of scrimmage for 2nd and 10.
They're finding some space here early with Gillum on the keepers, whether it's outside or just a keeper up the middle on that play. We don't have an answer for Gillum yet.
Well, and he's like you mentioned, he's doing everything off that left side. So they saw something in film that they liked and are so far taking advantage of. Let's see how they end this up. 2nd and 10 from the Bulldogs 11. And Gillum hits, there's running back almost in and out of his hands. He had a little bit of room, but Bulldogs there to sniff it out. That's going to bring up a 3rd down for Effingham. 7:44 to go here first quarter. Bulldogs on top 7-0.
We're talking about that left side, Chad, and we're talking about number 53, Brian Westendorf. He's a 6'3" sophomore, along with Maddox Berner, who's also on that left side, 185 senior. They're going to the well over and over on that left side. Let's see if the Bulldogs can answer with Javon.
Melteberger now in with Belcher. And it's a run-pass option. He's got room. Still on his feet down to the 5. That'll bring up 4th down for Effingham. Trying to see where they're going to spot this.
That was Dunce again. This time he goes to the right side. Brock sniffs it out, but not after a few yards gain. 4th and 5. Tyler Majors did a good job coming up from the backfield to make a stop there as well. Big play here early in this Apollo Conference matchup.
Yeah, you got Hunter Reed checking in now. They're bringing their meat. You got to think they're just going to
pound
pound this at them.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. It's actually 4th and 4 here on this, according to the scoreboard. 4 yards a gain. That'll get them to the 2. More or less, it's a 4th and goal situation here.
Now Crowley lines up over Andrew Lotz, and someone's going to take a quick timeout here. We will too.
Effingham.
Be back right after this with a message from our corporate partners.
FedEx Ground of Champaign is a proud sponsor of MSHS Athletics, who is committed to bringing you reliable delivery service. And they're hiring now. Visit the QR code on your screen to apply.
Growing your family, opening your own business, retiring to travel, leaving your legacy. At Busey Bank, we know there's a lot to look forward to and a lot of planning along the way. Celebrate your life's milestones by putting your money to work. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Okay, back after this timeout. Bulldogs now taking the field. Effingham still close to their side, figuring out what their play is going to be here at 4th and 4 from the 5. And crowds on their feet here. All the meats up front. Gillum takes the pass, Reed pass option off the left side, and Mahomet Bulldogs are going to sniff it out for a huge, huge stop when the Bulldogs will take over at about the 7-8 yard line for the 2nd time tonight. Oh, we don't normally see that till playoffs.
Senior night special. Shout out to the Mahomet-Seymour grounds crew, Dave Keist and others out there doing work this morning.
Luke Dyer takes a shot and a little hand, and did he come down with that?
He caught it over at his back.
And that's incomplete. A little push and shoving going on there against Trey Peters and the defender. Nonetheless, that'll bring up 2nd and 10 for the Bulldog. Well, they're just giving a man outside of there, and Trey Peters being 6'5", you got to take that shot.
You got to take the shot. And the pass was a little overthrown. Trey still had a shot at it. He just couldn't quite get his fingers on it. Brings up 2nd and 10, deep in their own territory here for the Bulldogs.
Dyer with a 3-receiver set. Backfield empties. Now that was intended for Hammerschmidt.
Nothing doing there. Effingham doing a great job of defending the pass routes for the Bulldogs. It brings up a 3rd and 10 deep in their own territory. It looks like we're going to have to get creative here. Look for a slant again. Look for BP over that middle. That seems to be open.
You know what also is open, Dan? They are playing everything in the box. No safety over the top. In motion goes BP. It's a trick play to the other side, and that'll be maybe a loss on that. That'll bring up 4th down. Bulldogs are going to have to punt.
Really well defended by Effingham on that play. They tried a little screen play to LJ and nothing doing there to bring up a 4th and long. You got to expect Dyer's going to punt this ball deep to the Flaming Hearts. Flaming Hearts not sending anyone back at this point, Chad. Looks like they're going to go for a punt block. They had 2 last year, Chad, against us. 2 blocks on the punt. Dyer gets this one off. Nobody's deep. Let's see if we can get a roll. The roll's not a good one. It's not a great one. Nonetheless, Bulldog defense will come out. They'll start things off about 38, 39-yard line. Good field position here early for the Hearts.
Now, 2nd time tonight they're on this side of the field. 6:23 to go, 1st quarter.
Good defensive stop by the Flaming Hearts. We talked about their defensive line, and they are for real, Chad. They did a nice job getting that 3 and out on that possession.
I formation. Gillum sets up under center. No receivers. It's a handoff to number 7, and that's going to be Dunston, and he'll pick up about 3. And again, Dan, they just continue to pound that left side.
Yeah, they don't pull any punches. They know they're going to run the ball. You know that their feature back, number 7, Weldon Dunston, 6 foot, 175 junior, is going to get the ball a lot. Look for a keeper here from Gillum. That's been working for him here so far. The quarterback, look for him to keep the ball. Bulldogs stack in the box.
And it is a quarterback keeper again, and he'll pick up maybe 1 on that, bring up 3rd down.
Bulldogs did a great job of reading that one. They saw that one coming. Good play by that Bulldog defense. Jack Gallier, among others, on the stop, brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 6 now for the Hearts, down 7-0.
Gillum brings his crew out. In the slot formation, you have Belcher. I formation again. Handoff, fake, and we got pressure, and it's going to be sacked in the background. It's a backfield about 10 yards deep, Dan. He slipped, and then the Bulldog was right on top. That was going to be a sack either way.
You know who that Bulldog was?
I don't.
Senior Tyler Majors.
Tyler Majors.
Well scouted by Henry Turk and that defensive coaching staff to send Tyler from the backfield. He basically spied the quarterback, and he got a sack. Effingham now set the punt. We got Donnie back along with Pagel. The punt is off. Pagel will field it. Pagel looks to the near side. He jukes one defender. He jukes another. He's still got some room, but that's Love that will not let him get any more yards. Let's take it down to our sideline reporter, the fill-in for the night. Brock, what do you see down there?
Well, listen, the offensive side of Effingham is absolutely trying to work that tight end there, and I think our guys are starting to pick up on that. The one thing that we're missing that you guys aren't seeing up there is even though that flag is not moving at the opposite end of the field, there was probably a 15-mile-an-hour wind down here. It is quite breezy going the opposite way, so hopefully the pass, our Bulldogs can pass into this wind, but it might not be a deep pass. Back to you in the booth.
Interesting take from Brock on the sideline. We don't see the wind from here. Obviously, the flag is still, but he's saying there's
quick pitch by Luke Johnson. Oh, he's got some. I'm sorry to cut you off, Dan. I thought he was going to break it.
No, he's good. He's good. That's why he's a senior. He's a 3-year starter at LJ. Put the ball in his hands. He'll pick up some yards. He picked up 9 on that one. Brings up 2nd and short 1. The whole playbook open for Burner on this play. I'd take a shot here.
Well, again, I mean, their safeties are
No
playing
safeties.
7 yards deep.
Take a shot. Look for Trey here. Giving Trey lots of room on this near side is Effingham. That's Nick Martin on Peters.
And the handoff does go to Johnson. He'll hit that center hole and won't get anything there. That'll bring up 3rd and short for the Bulldogs. 3:36 to go, first quarter.
That D line is stout for Effingham. That was Ed Mittendorf. He's a D lineman. He's a senior. 300-pounder, Chad, 6'1", in on that play.
I don't think I'd want to run into him.
No, 300 pounds is about double what I am.
I'd say triple, but we don't need to go through
Well, who's counting?
I am. BP in motion, handoff to Johnson again, and again
great
that D line
play.
just sniffs it out. That'll bring up short. I'm surprised so early with them playing so much in the box that they're running as much as they are.
Chad,
when you've got single coverage on the outside,
Yeah, we
but they
talked
know
about
something
it.
we don't.
They're staying committed to the run, but not a bad idea. But that D line is proving themselves to be up to the challenge for Effingham. And this is a punt situation, 4th and 2, though. You got to think they're thinking fake, but the conservative play here is Dyer's going to punt it deep. Nobody back deep for Effingham again. It's a short punt, very short. Gets a little bit of a Bulldog roll. And once again, Effingham will start on their side of the field.
Well,
so
they'll start
Effingham
on the Bulldog
controlling
side of the field.
the Bulldog side of the field. Effingham controlling the field right now.
Well,
Just
they're owning
can't
this
convert.
half of the field for sure.
If it weren't for the BP strike early, Effingham up to the challenge so far. They'll take over again. Committed to the run, Chad. We've only seen one pass attempt so far in this ball game from Effingham.
You know what we haven't seen? We saw one penalty from Effingham so far, but that's it. Gillum looks over. Belcher comes in motion. It is a handoff to Belcher off the left side. He takes it wide. There's a flag that comes out. That's got to be a holding
Looks
coming
like a hold.
on that left side. Big hit on the outside of that. And let's see what the
That's coming back, Chad. That's a hold. That's going to come back. That's going to come back for a hold. You got to imagine that flag came right at the point of contact when Belcher was making his move. Let's see what they call here.
now it's a chop block. Chop block, and that'll be, I believe, a 10-yarder.
That's 10-yarder. Bring up 2nd and 10 for Effingham, driving them back. Here on senior night, 2:17 left to go in the first quarter. Packed house, as always, here at Frank Dutton Field.
No, that's going to be a 15-yarder. Wow, that's a big mistake there for them.
The wind, as Brock said, is definitely different on the field level.
And Gillum's going to keep it again off the left side. He's got some wheels, and he's finally hit almost back, well, beyond the original line of scrimmage. Big pickup for Gillum. 3rd time tonight he's done that.
Yeah, they're finding a lot of room for Gillum on that left side again. 3 plays, 3 positive gains. That one's good for at least 10. Call it 13, brings up 2nd and 7. You got to imagine we're going to see more of that, Chad.
Well, Bulldog still in a protective secondary, so to speak, showing blitz now. In motion does go Belcher. And Gillum's back. He's got heavy pressure, and he's sacked at the 50, ball down. And the Mahomet believe they have it, and ref's going to say he was down.
Javon Irwin, though, on the pressure, along with Noah Frank and Tyler Majors again, coming up to apply all kinds of pressure on Effingham. Let's run it back, Ryan. Great pressure from the Bulldogs interior. That's led by Javon. The ball looked like it was down. Bulldogs.
Well, a little confusion by the flag crew over there. I think the ref called it down, so it's going to remain in Effingham's possession, I believe.
Coach Atkins does not have the luxury of throwing the replay flag, unfortunately. but that thing looked like it popped out. And there's an explanation going on the sidelines. It's going to stay with Effingham, though. Brings up third down, and it's going to be third and about 14. Major's doing a great job applying pressure. You know he's playing that rover position, played by guys like Ashton Heiser, Braden Houchin last year. He's doing a great job of filling that position. He's applying all kinds of pressure. He's got 1 sack tonight. Just about had his second there. And you got to imagine he's gonna bring some more pressure on this third and long situation. Definitely a passing situation for the Hearts.
3rd and 14. 3 receiver set. Mahomet throwing everything in the box, and they bring some heat again. I'm surprised there wasn't any laundry out in the field on that one, but
not sure where the quarter. Oh, there's a late. Oh no, that's the football. Chad.
Oh, that's a different color. That's a different color.
That was brown. That was not yellow. Got a little excited. 4th and 15. Looks like Effingham's going to punt. It looks like Donnie's back deep along with BP for the Bulldogs on this punt situation. The punter, Michael Sefton, the sophomore, gets one off. Donnie's got it. He shakes one, but he's met with a load from Effingham number 99. That's Charlie Ring, the 6-foot senior, 225, meets him right at the 22, 21-yard line. Bulldogs trying to flip the field here, Chad.
Well, a little dry here in the last couple of possessions. Let's see what they draw up here with 54 seconds to go in the first quarter. 7-0, Bulldogs on top.
Again, like to see him look for BP over the middle. The middle seems to be open here on this defense. Stacking the box.
Ashby goes in motion. I couldn't even tell you what happened there, Dan.
No,
Happened
there's
so
a
quick.
Whole bunch of defensive linemen from the Hearts breaking through there, penetrating nicely. Again, that Charlie Ring, who just made that special teams play, he penetrates that offensive line for the Bulldogs. Gets a nice stop for the Hearts. Brings up 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. Gain. And the hands crew comes out here. 4 receiver set. 1 safety over the top who's very, very shallow in the box. And it's a quick pitch. That's going to be intended for Hammerschmidt.
I
and
think
the ball's on the
it.
ground, and Peters jumps on top of it at the – they're going to call it incomplete.
Yeah, it looked like Hammer had it, and he stretched a little bit too much, lost the handle on it. Ball gets loose. They're going to call it an incomplete. Good defense again by Effingham. Brings up 3rd and 10. Again, no safety help here, Chad. Look for Peters, guys like Hammer, maybe Pagel on that far side. You know Dyer's going to try to pick the D apart here with 12 seconds left in the first.
Now they're giving them about 5 yards respect on the defensive side. Heavy pressure from the seam. And that goes
great D
inside. That was to Ray Long and happened so quickly. It's going to be a loss. It'll bring up 4th down, Dan, here for the 4th time tonight for the Bulldogs.
Effingham, after that first drive, is really settling in, playing some great defense. They sniffed that screenplay out quite nicely. I couldn't quite catch who made the play, but it was a great play by Effingham. Brings up 4th down, 13 yards, 6 seconds left. Brock was talking about it. The wind is a little bit of a factor, even though we don't see it from the booth. It looks like the wind's whipping down there on the field level. Brings up a 4th down play. Got to imagine Dyer's going to punt this one deep, try to flip the field, get it on their side.
I'm going to make an early prediction.
Okay.
We've seen Burners play calling enough over the last 3 or 4 years. Mm-hmm. It sure seems like they're trying to get them to stack that box so you get single coverage, no help over the top. Take his chances in a couple of series. That's my prediction.
Yeah, I think you're right, Chad. I think he's kind of lulling them to sleep, and you got to expect some big plays here on the next few drives. See if that defense can answer. Dyer punts it. Nobody back deep for the Hearts. They're not sending anyone deep. They're playing field possession. That one will be recovered by BP right about the 48-yard line. Once again, Effingham starts their drive on this side of the field. That's 3 in a row, Chad. They're doing a great job.
Well, that's the end of the first quarter. Mahomet Bulldogs on top. Effingham, after the break, will set up at the Bulldogs 48. We'll be right back after this.
Since 1929, Christie Clinic has been delivering quality and personalized healthcare to the East Central Illinois region. Our culture is a unique blend of core values and a united vision. Christie Clinic. We listen. We care.
And Gillum's set up. That's going to be Belcher in motion. He sets up in the H-back. Handoff goes quick. And for the first time tonight, they run off the right side, Dan.
Yeah, that's Dunston, their feature back. They found a little room on the right side. Good gain for them. That brings up a second and about 6. This is a great time to thank our corporate partners. We haven't done that yet. Let's thank them. Those MSH Athletics corporate partners for this year include D1 Networks, Prairie Side Development, Jackson Quality Construction, Busey Bank. Go ahead, Chad.
And it's going to be a quarterback keeper again. Gillum's got all kinds of space, and he's hit at the 30-yard line. Finally fumbles out about the 27, 1st and 10. Dan, continue with our corporate sponsors.
Really good play fake by the quarterback again. He's finding a lot of room on that left side. Busey Bank, Christie Clinic, Subway of Mahomet, Andrew White Dentistry, Mid-America Market, First State Bank of Forest, FedEx Ground, Mahomet Animal Hospital, and, of course, your MSHS Athletic Boosters. 1st and 10 for the Hearts.
And the handoff is going to go to Dunston. He had some help there by number 83, who lined up in the fullback. That's Hunter Reed. Big boy blocking.
Big boy blocking is right. Effingham doing a great job of controlling the pace right now. After that opening drive from the Bulldogs, they're really controlling this game. And you got to give them credit. Their defensive line and their offensive line totally in control right now.
Lotz and Meltebarger set up wide. And it's a quarterback keeper again. And once again, Gillum hits that left seam, left edge rather, and he's got to be up around, I don't know, Dane, it's got to be 50, 60 yards by now.
I'm guessing 60. They're just not containing the edge on that. You saw Donnie was there for the play. He just didn't contain the edge like you want him to on that play. Again, the quarterback, Gage Gillum, on those keepers and those play action, he's making a lot of hay for Effingham, and they're in the red zone, Chad. 1st and 10 from their 10.5, 11-yard line.
Handoff again goes to Dunston.
There we go.
He's hit there pretty quickly. Missed block on the front by Reed, and Mahomet will capitalize.
Yeah, Brock Vanderveer did a good job of getting around that block and making a good play there. He's down. It looks like that's Brock. That's not Brock.
That's not.
That's Javon.
That's going to be Javon.
And Coach Atkins will assess. While we got a quick break here with Javon getting assessed, let's go down to our sideline reporter, Mr. Brock Collins. Brock, do you see anything on the sideline there that we need to be aware of?
Well, the left end contained on the Effingham side, so it'd be our right side on defense. It's just getting really beat up a little bit. The contain is not being kept. We've got to, I don't know if we're going to pull a rover over there, but we got to shut that quarterback contain over on their left side. They're just eating us alive down here.
Yeah, good observation, Brock. I mean, that we talked about that left side, they just keep going back to the well on, and we can't seem to contain it, especially when the keeper from Gillum happens at 6'4", 190 senior, making all kinds of trouble for the Bulldogs here. Brings up 2nd and 10. Javon will take a play off. I think he's okay, though, Chad. He'll be back in it before you know it.
Well, at what point do you bring one of those safeties over to help let that left side contain?
Well, I think Donnie.
Right side to Mahomet,
I think
rather.
Donnie's on the spy. He's just not getting that edge.
And a quarterback keeper, and for the first time tonight, they sniff it out.
There we go.
And Gillum will be set for a loss, 3rd down.
That time we saw it the whole way, and Henry Wagner saw it and gets him down. Big play for the Bulldogs, brings up a 3rd down situation here in the red zone.
Well, you know, what makes it difficult is it's almost like an RPO type of look that they're giving to. So you don't know if he's going to hand it off to Dunston or keep it. And that time he just pulls it right out of Dunston's belly and he's sniffed out.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of disguising that.
Gillum in a shotgun formation. Reed comes back. Gillum's got his tight end out on the flats. And he is hit hard by Donnie Lewis.
There we go, Donnie.
Picks him off his feet, says no thank you, try a field goal.
The playmaker, Donnie Lewis. Every time you need to play, it seems like Donnie steps up and makes it. Donnie on the spot with a huge play. Effingham decision time. Are they going to go for a kick? They've got a kid. They've got a kicker that can kick a 43-yarder. He did it earlier this season, but it looks like they're going to go for this one.
They're going for it, Dan. And I think you about have to if you're Effingham. You need to get something on the board.
You got to get points. You got to get points. They're going to go for it here.
Reed goes in motion. Gillum rolls out. He's got a man in the end zone, and there's going to be a flag.
Oh, I don't like that flag, Chad.
Well, I mean, they did get tied up, but he did have his jersey as he tried to turn. That was intended for Andrew Lotz.
Yeah, Lotz. We talked about him. He's a big target, 6'4", 200 senior, number 11. He's a big, big target. They tried to find him. It looks like the corner on our side got tied up just enough. And Lotz draws a penalty, I think. We'll wait for the call here. Yep, it's going to be on the Bulldogs. And that's going to bring up a
should be an automatic first down
situation. First and goal for the Hearts. Bulldogs getting tested here defensively.
Well, the stick still says fourth. Couldn't have been a pass interference. It'd have been half the distance and a first. And there, it finally is. First and goal from the 6.
Stand up, Bulldogs.
Reed goes in motion to the right side. Gillum rushes out, comes back across his body, and he's hit at the 5.
Brock
and folded up.
That was fourth. RZ's right. Brock Vanderveer with a big hold. Bulldogs stand up.
Let's run that background. That was such an impressive hit.
Vanderveer sniffed that one out. They try to find their big target over the left side. Vanderveer right on it. Folds him up like Chad said. Turnover on downs. Bulldogs with it. 8:56 left here in this Apollo Conference matchup at Frank Dutton Field here on senior night.
Well, a costly penalty. I'm still scratching my head at what that penalty would have been. It could have been incidental contact.
Yeah, it wasn't a PI because you usually see a first down on that.
Dyer with the snap. Handoff quick, goes to Johnson, cuts it back inside across the 5-yard line back to the 6. Picks up 1 there.
Again, that defensive line for Effingham standing up to the challenge. Again, a short gain for the Bulldogs, but they gain a couple on LJ's run over the right side. He'll come out on this play, brings up a second down and about 8.
So Ashby comes off. Hammerschmidt checks in for the Bulldogs. Trey Peters to the far side. Ray Long sets up in a tight end situation. And it's a read pass up, and it does go to Ray Long, and he's out about the 10, maybe out to the 11-yard line. Either case, it'll bring up third down.
Well defended by Caden. I'm going to butcher this, Chad. It's Coberline. Caden, the 6', 190 junior. Well defended on Ray Long on that little pass to the right side. Ray, nothing doing there. Brings up 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs.
And a gutsy pass that deep in your own territory. And you've got a fullback and a running back. Dyer checks. He's got pressure from the edge, rolls out to his left, and he's got Trey Peters for a first down all the way down to the 26, 27-yard line, and they're out of trouble territory for the time being.
The junior, Trey Peters, with huge plays last week, 6'5", 200. Good target for Dyer. He gets a first down, moves those chains, gives us some breathing room here. Some room to work for Burner in that offensive attack.
Now, this should be interesting. Sure hands Pagel sets up all alone on an island, man-on-man coverage, no one over the top. And instead, it's a quick pass out to the flats, and there's an early flag.
A little laundry out there.
That's going to be a false start for Mahomet, and they'll take 5 off of the 10 they got.
Yeah, the offensive trying to get out there to pull and get blocks in front there, and they left a little early that time, Chad. Brings up a second down situation on the penalty. I believe that's our first penalty, though. Call it the second penalty for the game. So pretty clean living so far for the Bulldogs. Nonetheless, that'll be a first down and 15 now for your Dogs.
Ray Long, Trey Peters, Luke Johnson set up. And it's intended, almost intercepted at the 10-yard line by number 40. It's going to be Spencer Fox.
Yeah, Fox read that all the way. Really quick developing play. Luke trying to find A little soot screen there on the inside, but Fox read it well. It's a good thing he didn't pick it. Brings up 2nd 15. Still lots of room to work here.
And Trey Peters out of the backfield in motion. And he sends it down over. He's got Trey Peters in his end.
He's got him.
50, 40, 35, 30. He's got company at the 25. Still on his feet.
Yes, sir.
Finally knocked out of bounds. Inside the 10-yard line. And they finally take that strike on man-on-man coverage. Brilliant call by Burner.
Players make plays, Chad. When you need a big play, you go to Peters. That 6'5" target, he's wide open. Dyer hits him right on the money. Trey with a huge gain. Brings up 1st and down. The pace is quick now.
Handoff goes to Johnson off the left. Hits the left seam and picks up 2 or 3. A little pushing out there. Let's just call that football, Dan.
That's great football. Really good play call on that last one from Burner. We talked about it. No safety help. You just got to connect. Found Peters for the huge game-changing game. And LJ follows it up with a 3-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 7. We're in the red zone. We're looking to strike here.
A lot of bodies in the backfield. Number 34 for Bulldogs, who I'm not familiar with. Finally sets up in a tight end formation. Johnson back all kinds of times. Sends it to the end zone. Little pushing. And half a yard overthrown intended for Ray Long. He's also a big target. And it was actually a great pass. I think he just shorted it a little bit. Did Ray Long, but a beautiful drying up play. Dan, they're giving him all kinds of space on the outside.
It's there, Chad. You said there's no help over top, and Ray was open. Luke just overthrew him just a hair there. That play's going to be there.
Ashby goes in motion. Handoff to Luke Johnson. Finds a little room, and that'll bring up 4th and 1.
Might see the diesel
Bulldogs.
here. You might see the diesel, and that's exactly
what we're going to see.
You got to expect it. Well, in a 4th and short situation, they bring in that diesel package led by Donnie Lewis and the big boys, Jack Gallier. Noah Franks comes in there to block. This is the big boy group. And you know they're going to just try to bully ball this one right up the middle. They come to the line quick.
And it's a pitch out to Johnson. He's got the first, still a little more.
Oh, He'll
take it in for the touchdown.
Oh, those checkerboards are pretty. Luke looks good in the checkers.
Let's send it down for a front row seat to our sideline reporter, Brock Collins.
Come on, Brock.
Oh, my goodness. The offensive line did their job on that one, boys. They actually held it, opened the hole. Luke got stuck up right in the middle, and then when he pulled out and saw the outside open, he was home free. Back to you.
Home cooking.
Free.
Home cooking. Playing a little checkers is LJ. King me. Okay. 14-0 here early. The point after. It's good from Davis. Jackson Davis puts it in. Bulldogs with that big play from Peters to keep that drive alive, and Luke Johnson in that diesel package do the rest. Bulldogs up 14-0 here on senior night in Mahomet. Frank Dutton Field.
Ryan, run that back on replay. Heck, it happened so quick I didn't see it. Tons of blockers. Luke Johnson just finds the hole and finds a home in the end zone. 14-0, 6:28 to go in the first half.
Chad, I feel like you need to watch more intently. I
Okay.
feel like you're missing a lot of plays tonight.
Well, I've got those old man eyes.
You got them old man eyes. You got your glasses on, though. You been to the eye doctor in a minute?
Yeah, back in the spring.
You probably need your annual checkup.
What'd you say your name was?
2020. They call me 2020. Vision, that is. Anyway. Bergwald, you need to probably sponsor so I could bring you up right now.
Yeah.
So if you're listening,
only
Eric,
one person on this broadcast mistook a football for a penalty flag.
Good thing we got Brock on the sideline to figure things out. The kick is in and out of the hands. It's trouble. He fields it, but he's got a little room on that right side. Bulldogs showing pressure. They get him. Good play by the special teams. Good kick from Majors. Pins the Effingham Flaming Hearts deep. 6:18 left to go in this half. Bulldogs 14, Hearts 0.
Hey, stick around for halftime. We've got
What do
the
we got?
band. We've got the Chris Roberts halftime show.
Love it.
For you loyal viewers, given that it is senior night, we will not have a post-game show. Coach will be out with his players where he should be.
It's pretty special.
Walking the field for the last time. Stick around. That's a pretty emotional walk here.
That's a pretty special moment for these guys. It's been a senior week, not just a senior night. He talked about how he's honored them throughout the week, those 13 seniors. Here we go on defense.
And Gillum's going to hand it off. Mahomet finally sniffs that left side out. It'll be a loss on the play.
Speaking of seniors, Tyler Majors is having a day today. Tyler spying from the backfield comes up with another huge stop. That senior Majors, he could do it all. He plugs and plays. He's a grinder.
Well, you can see that the defense has made the adjustments, shifting them over to the right. And at least the last 2.5 possessions, they're kind of sniffing out that left edge.
Yeah, good adjustment by Turk and that defensive staff.
Gillum is, wrapped up in the end zone. And
call
it
a
is
safety?
No, they're going to call it right down at the half-inch yard line.
Okay, Big Jack Gallier, among others, applying all kinds of pressure on that second and long. They barely avoid the safety, does Effingham, brings up a third. They're on the half-yard line. You got to expect that we're dialing it up here. You got to expect the pressure.
They're going to bring the pressure, but you've got to be careful over the top and on the edges that you don't get a quick slant inside.
I'm going to do something that we haven't done. RZ, let's see if we can get the camera on Tyler Majors. I feel like Tyler's going to make a heck of a play here on this. We've got time. Get number 15. Let's focus on him on this play, the senior. I think he's going to dial up some serious pressure. We've got time to figure it out. While we're waiting, let's go down to our sideline reporter, the late, great Brock Collins. What do you see?
Now, I'll tell you what, Tyler Majors just absolutely snuck that one out. He read it from the back and came around to the side. But the reason that worked out is because the defensive tackles, defensive line absolutely held their ground and forced him outside. So Tyler Majors is having a great senior night tonight.
Yeah, Tyler is basically living off that D-line. D-line doing their job, plugging the gaps. Assignment football, as they say, and Tyler's got the assignment. I'm just going to predict Tyler Majors is going to make a play right here, Chad.
Dan, if you lock this window one more time, you're going to have one less producer in this game.
I'm not locking it. Get some air on you.
Well, here we go. The whole sideline and
all.
all.
Let's focus in. Let's focus in on 15 because he's about to make a play. I'm calling it right now. If he doesn't, Donnie's picking. Here we go.
Deep in the end zone is Gage Gillum.
Ball hawk time. They're bringing the house, Chad.
And it is a strike. And that's going to be,
too much hands.
Too many hands. He pushed him. It was intended for number 12, Brody Belcher, and he just got 2 chest bumps on him.
Yeah.
Little too much, little too late.
Evan Anderson playing that one-on-one. They just took a strike, took a chance. They were expecting to hope that they got a flag, and they got rewarded. Evan got a little too handsy there on the outside, gets bailed out. Effingham will get a first down out of that deal.
Well, it should be a 15-yard penalty.
Oh, you're right.
It shouldn't be a first down,
You're
I don't
right,
believe.
Chad. You're right.
Hey, I know the rules.
3rd and 3. You're well-versed in IHSA football. It's been 3 years. I'm proud of you. Negative, RZ. I like what you're thinking, but I think this is going to be a quarterback keeper. Look for Gage Gillum over that left side. They've had success with that.
They have. And
Look
let's
for him.
see, I formation. Gillum under center. Goes to his deep back again off the left side, and he's sniffed out all kinds of
Brock
Bulldogs.
Vanderveer.
Weldon Dunston, the carrier, and once again, they've made that adjustment.
Is it enough?
No, it's going to be 4th down. He didn't get back to the line of scrimmage.
No, you're right, Chad. You're right.
Yeah, 3rd time tonight.
Well, once in a while, a blind squirrel finds a. Anyway, Brock Vanderveer with a huge stop. Don't tell me when I can lock the window and when I can't, Chad. We're partners in this game.
Well, we're not going to be anymore.
We can be comfortable here.
Bulldogs showing pressure, nobody back. They're going to all go for
It's
the
a
block.
rugby style.
No one knows where the ball is.
Not a good,
still bouncing.
Yeah, not a good bounce. A little rugby style over the right side. Michael Sefton with the punt. Bulldogs in great position here to strike here before the end of the half. All 3 timeouts for the Bulldogs. Effingham, no timeouts left, so they can't stop the clock. Berner's got his entire playbook at his disposal on this drive with 4 minutes left to go in this half, up 14-0.
Ray Long, Trey Peters for the first time tonight set up together to the Effingham side. Luke Dyer sets back, takes a strike down the center, and just over the head of Peters, intended for him right at the 4-yard line.
You can see that Berner is starting to test that. He's starting to test that one-on-one matchup, and he likes it. He likes that matchup with Peters on the outside, one-on-one. He took a strike there, didn't come up fruitful. 2nd and 10, the heat's on, the window's locked. Life is good in the booth.
Well, Honey will be home in about 7 minutes. 3:51 to go. Bulldogs on top by 2 scores, that is. Ray Long comes and sets up to the right side tight end. Read pass option goes to Luke Johnson off the left side. He'll end up losing one on that.
Give
That'll bring up
credit.
3rd.
Give credit to Effingham's D-line again. They're stopping the run. They're intent about stopping LJ, and they've done a great job of that. It's going to take some completions from Dyer to get this last score before half.
Of course, Effingham will receive it to start off the second half, so this is definitely you want to walk out of here with at least 3 points.
Yeah, I'd like to see a field goal attempt, if nothing else.
And lined up, everyone bunched in. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper off the – no, it isn't. No, it Hammerschmidt on the carry. Fooled me.
Hey, stop.
Oh.
Hammer time.
Oh, yeah, I saw what you did there.
Too legit to quit right there. Old Hammer coming out.
That's going to be good enough for a first down for the Bulldogs. Little misdirection.
Little misdirection. We haven't talked about Hammer tonight. Hammer comes up with a huge play on that 3rd down situation, brings up a 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Plenty of time. 3 minutes left. All kinds of time. 3 timeouts.
Same formation. Stacked tight ends. Pressure off the left edge, and he's got Hammerschmidt for a completion, but only a pickup. There is a little laundry in the backfield. That's almost certainly going to be a holding.
Yeah, I think we had a hold on the left side of the O-line there, trying to protect Dyer. Protect him a little too much that time. Gets a penalty to bring up 2nd and 10.
They had all kinds of pressure off the edges.
Hey, shout out to Harry. Shout out to our guy, Harry.
Harry, man with the plan.
The man with the pork chop sandwiches. He's the only one in this entire Frank Dutton Stadium that thinks about our hunger pains.
I think what happened, if you complain enough, Harry will listen, and he'll bring it. Harry, thank you for that.
Harry, shout out to Big Harry for taking care of the booth. Let's finish this drive, Chad.
1st and 21, 2:59 to go in the first half. Same formation. Everyone in the box showing pressure from the edge. Zips it to Pagels. Tries to stay inside down at the 26-yard line. And he'll pick up maybe 6 on that.
Really, really productive pass, though. Dyer with plenty of time. That O-line gave him some time. He finds a senior Pagel. Picks up a nice gain, brings up a really, really, really manageable down now. They got 2 plays to get that first down, 2nd and 15. Plenty of time.
Dyer drops back, doesn't see the pressure, sends it downfield for Ray Long and overthrows him again. Great defense. That's going to be number 2, Jacob Weaver. He was on him.
Yeah, Jacob Weaver. We didn't talk about him pregame, but he might be their best DB, and he was matched up against Long. Dyer just didn't put enough air on that ball. He had Long if he lifts it a little bit over the top, but he didn't quite find Long.
I guess you could say it was a long pass.
Okay, I see what you did there. I see exactly what you did there. Wow. No pun intended. It brings up 3rd and 15 here for the Bulldogs, 2:48 left.
Dyer's a handoff, goes to Johnson, still on his feet to the 21-yard line. That'll bring up 4th. You got to think they're going to let this clock run out, maybe take a timeout and try to go for a field goal. What do you think, Dan?
Yeah, you know what I think is that was a setup play. I think they're going to go for it on 4th because they wanted to get LJ and pick up some positive gains, knowing that they're going to go for it on 4th down here. Run some clock, not give them any time, take a shot here. 4th and 9, very manageable situation. We need that O-line to protect Dyer. Give him a little time. Find a guy like Peters or Pagel over the middle. Here we go.
Dyer with Johnson in the backfield, and Coach doesn't like it. He'll take a timeout, and
Yeah,
so
why
will
not?
we. We'll be right back after this break.
The Mahomet-Seymour High School Athletic Boosters are proud to continue their support of 20 sport programs that make up MSHS Bulldog Athletics. They thank you for your continued support, and go Bulldogs. At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling, to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363.
Yeah, we're back here, 4th and 9 for the Bulldogs. We've got a trips left. Ray Long all alone to the Bulldog side. Johnson to the left of Dyer. Sets back, steps up in the pocket, lets it rip to Trey Peters, and it is intercepted in the end zone. That'll be 1st and 10 from the 20 for Effingham. A costly mistake there. This time he underthrew it instead of overthrowing it.
Yeah, he took a shot. There wasn't much there. He had a little pressure up the middle. Dyer takes a shot to his big target, Peters, but it was a little bit overthrown. I'm not mad at the play call given the situation with 2 minutes. Effingham with no timeouts. You take a shot there. Didn't work out. Bulldogs still with that 2-score lead. Effingham will take over at their 20 on the touchback. Good defensive stop for Effingham. Let's see what they do on this possession. They got the 2-minute.
Lauren Burr, child of Craig and Cheryl Burr. Caitlin Dassenbrock, child of Jason and Lindsay Dassenbrock. Sophie Davis, child of Jeremy and Katie Davis. Evan Dirks, child of Roger and Jennifer Dirks. Nathan Doyle, child of Wade and April Doyle. Zane Evans, child of Brad and Danielle Evans. Isabel Fonte, child of Frank Fonte and Brad and Kim Arnold. Hannah Frank, child of Jason and Jennifer Frank. Michael Frericks, child of Jeff and Lisa Frericks. Madeline Grinley, child of Michael and Michelle Grinley. John Gregel, child of John and Julie Gregel. Isaac Hansen, child of Thane and Heidi Hansen.
All right, let's take it down to the field. And Brock Collins, here's the interview with Coach John Atkins before we head into the locker room for the halftime. Thank you, sir.
Good first half. The offense has got some good, strong points. The defense is really holding strong. What adjustments, if any, will you be making at halftime?
You know, again, I know we've kept them to 0, but we've given up too many yards. We're out of place too many times. We got to fix that. We got to finish tackles. We got to slow ourselves down. We're over pursuing a little bit too much. Again, bend but don't break, right? We kept them out of the end zone, so I'm proud of that. But we knew this was going to be a 4-quarter war. I'm happy with our first half, but this game is not even close to being over. We're going to have to finish the job.
Got it. Thank you, Coach.
23-24.
All right, we're at halftime, and the Bulldogs are leading this game 14-0. Pagel touchdown run, and Luke Johnson a run to make it 14-0 here at the half. The band's about ready to do their performance at halftime, but they're introducing the seniors right now, this senior class. Tomorrow, let's go over some sporting events. Cross-country junior high boys and girls are at Lake of the Woods and sectional play, sectional tomorrow. So good luck to the boys and girls and the coaches. They've done a great season, had a great season, and continue to do that tomorrow at Lake of the Woods. Tomorrow, I believe that kicks off at 10 a.m. here in Mahomet. And boys high school golf, they're at state tomorrow in Bloomington Normal. Good luck to them as they continue to play tomorrow. And that started today in Bloomington. This has been a close game so far. The Bulldogs' defense continues to stifle on defense, and again, up 14-0 here in this one at home on senior night against Effingham. The Bulldogs hit the road next weekend against Matt Toon, and then close out the regular season at Quincy High School. Cooler night tonight for football weather. We want to thank RZ Ryan Ziegler, injured, and our cameraman and Brock Collins on the sideline. And the band is about ready to perform here. They're done getting down to hear the recognize the seniors. So band, we get ready to strike it up here. And they're in competition tomorrow at Metamora tomorrow. Good luck to them.
Good evening. Your Mahomet-Seymour Band is proud to present the 2023 version of your Marching Bulldogs, and they're pleased to present the competition field show for you this evening. The 2023 field show is entitled Escape. It contains music from Rowan Festivals, the Opera Tornado, and Samson and Delilah. Drum majors, Megan Cagle, Tanya Barton, and Allie Dilger. Is your band ready?
Kind of.
Mahomet-Seymour Marching Bulldogs, the field is yours for performance. Saturday, your marching Bulldogs were excited to take home grand champion honors at Mount Zion, at the Mount Zion Marching Music Games, winning all possible awards. Tomorrow, the marching Bulldogs travel to Metamora for their next field show competition. Wish the band good luck as they vie for another grand championship honor against 28 other Illinois high school marching bands.
For this.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans. We got a lot of noise on the sidelines, don't we, Chris?
We do. That band.
I need you to mute that mic, Brock. Hey, welcome back, Bulldog fans. We're here with the Chris Roberts and the Chris Roberts halftime show. Chris, what do you think?
Man, you know, the Bulldogs defense just continues to play well. It's a tight one here, you know.
Physical game.
Very, very physical. So this game's not over by means, but I think the Bulldogs could pull away, you know, with their defense and get a little more breathing room with a couple more touchdowns here.
Well, I expect some more diesel package maybe, too, to kind of wind that clock. What do you think?
That sounds good, yes.
What else is going on in Bulldog athletics?
Well,
we talked about
it. We got cross country tomorrow at Lake of the Woods, junior high boys and girls.
Yeah, Lisa
and
Martin.
We got some golf, too, tomorrow. They're doing well, too, some boys. Yeah, big time.
Big time. Let's talk about those golfers. Carter Henriksen, Jacob Shadell, Reese Clayberg, Parker Clements, Leif Olson, Kelton Hennessy. Those guys are at stake, Chris.
That's pretty impressive.
That's pretty awesome.
That's awesome. So good luck to them tomorrow.
Representing the Dogs tomorrow.
A whole lot of fun.
I see what you did there. A little hole in one, maybe.
See, I try to pick up, golf, but it's too rough for me.
Oh, I see again what you did there. You know what? I tried to, but it's just not my game.
Well, you and Chad are going to be back here for the second half. You guys keep on doing a great job. And this Bulldogs team is it's fun to watch this year's team again, just like the previous years.
You know what? In all phases, they're executing. And tonight they do it again. And 14-0 physical game.
Yes.
Physical game. Effingham's bringing the heat tonight, aren't they?
They are. So we're going to look to break some hearts. Chris
Roberts halftime show, everybody. Breaking hearts. All you ladies out there, like, comment, subscribe. Chris Roberts, you're single. He's available. Go ahead, Chris Roberts. If you direct message, we can hook you up. We can get you a date night here in Mahomet, Frank Dutton Field.
Hey, thanks, Dan. Go
Every
Dogs.
Friday, go Dogs. Let's talk real quick, Chris, about this band.
Yeah, this band. Yeah, they're awesome too. They have a competition Metamora tomorrow, so they got a little dry tomorrow, and they don't perform until like tomorrow night.
They're racking up the trophies.
They are.
Though.
Isn't that great? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I heard over the halftime intercom, Max was talking about all the great things they're doing, just racking them up. So
it's great to see.
I'm glad we're able to showcase them at halftime as well.
The ones that can't make it have it on here on Bulldog TV. It works out really well. And kudos to them. The great hard work that even the parents and everything that getting things set up for the band to perform at halftime.
It's a whole team effort, isn't it?
Yes.
It is. So, hey, we're getting ready to gear up for that second half. We probably got to pay some bills. What do you think?
Sounds good. Hey, thanks, Dan.
Hey, Chris Roberts halftime show. Always spectacular. We'll see you in the playoffs.
Go Dogs.
Go Dogs.
Andrew White Dentistry is Mahomet's choice for quality dental treatment in a friendly environment. Dr. White is proud to serve his hometown of Mahomet from their new location at 1112 Broadmoor in Champaign. Call 217-359-5050 to set up an appointment today. Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new house, Jackson is there. And in the times of need after any fire or storm damage, our team of experts is there to help you rebuild or restore your home. Call now for an estimate on your next project. FedEx Ground of Champaign is a proud sponsor of MSHS Athletics, who is committed to bringing you reliable delivery service. And they're hiring now. Visit the QR code on your screen to apply.
Growing your family, opening your own business, retiring to travel, leaving your legacy. At Busey Bank, we know there's a lot to look forward to and a lot of planning along the way. Celebrate your life's milestones by putting your money to work. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Since 1929, Christie Clinic has been delivering quality and personalized healthcare to the East Central Illinois region. Our culture is a unique blend of core values and a united vision. Christie Clinic. We listen. We care. The Mahomet-Seymour High School Athletic Boosters are proud to continue their support of 20 sport programs that make up MSHS Bulldog Athletics. They thank you for your continued support, and go Bulldogs! At D1 Networks, we take our role in connecting, protecting, and monitoring businesses in Central Illinois very seriously. When you need us, we'll be there, with service that sets the standard. From access control and structured cabling, to video surveillance and fiber installation, we always strive to provide creative solutions to the ever-changing technology needs of our clients. Contact D1 Networks today. Visit our website or call us at 855-836-6363.
Welcome back, Bulldog fans. We're back for the second half, getting ready to kick this thing off. Effingham will field it. Bulldogs will kick. Tyler Majors out, ready to start the second half. Chad, how about that first half for the Bulldogs? What'd you see?
Well,
I know you don't have great vision, but try to focus.
they made some adjustments on defense, which we talked about. They're taking shots over the top. Trey Peters, couple of Raylock. Here's what I'd like to see. A slant pass on the inside. If you've got man, no safeties over the top, much easier pass in my unofficial humble.
Well, we had success with BP early, and what I'd like to see maybe if we get control of that ball, let's see some diesel. Let's work that ball down the field. Here's Majors to kick this thing off. Second half is underway. The Hearts will field it about their 7-yard line. They come on this near side. That's the quarterback, and he's brought down by that special teams unit. Excuse me, that was number 2, not the quarterback. That was Jacob Weaver, the DB, who fielded that one. Good coverage by the Bulldogs. I'm at cornerback. Corner. There's a big difference between the C and the Q. Give credit to Effingham, though, Chad. In that first half, they did a great job of stuffing that run for the Bulldogs, trying to establish the run with LJ, and they did a good job of holding it out. Just a couple big plays really are the difference in this ball game.
Well, let's see if Effingham comes out with a change. Dunstan in the backfield, I formation. Gillum under center. It's a fake to Dunstan. Pressure in the backfield. Bulldogs loss on the play. Brought a late blitz. It's going to be number 44. I think it's Ethan, isn't it? Esker?
Yeah, Ethan Esker. There's a party in the backfield there by the Bulldogs. I think they got all the memos out. They decided to meet at the quarterback position. They did a good job. Party in the USA.
Oh, don't do that. Oh, don't do that.
Well, you don't like Miley?
No, I don't.
Okay. Well, the kids like it, Chad.
Well, okay. Let's get back to football here.
I said, put your hands up.
Nope.
No,
we're done with that.
Oh, okay. Next play. 2nd and 13, loss of 3 for the Bulldog defense. Good interior pressure by that D-line, led by Big Jack Gallier, along with Javon. Noah Franks, we don't talk about Noah a lot, but Noah, a really big piece of that D-line.
I'll give some credit to Gage Gillum. He's
playing a good game.
He is really good at hiding that fake, whether it's whether it's going to be a handoff or RPO. I mean, it fools me certainly most of the time, you sometimes.
Oh, he's that senior. Thanks for calling me out.
And he does it again. Quarterback keeper over the left tackle, and he'll pick up 3 or 4. And a lot of extracurricular activity out there, but no flags. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Not a flag, but somebody tossed a hand warmer to the near side.
Well, I can tell you where we don't need a hand warmer. It's right up in this booth. I can guarantee you one thing. If you had a frozen turkey, it'd be done by halftime.
Hey, Thanksgiving's right around the corner, Chad. Trying to fry that turkey right now. Wow.
3rd and 8, 10-20 here in the 3rd, 14-0.
I like a cozy, Chad. It's a cozy booth.
And they're going to need a 1st down if they want to get cozy or continuing to control the clock.
Wind's picking up a little here.
Reed in motion. Gillum sets back, whips it across. Oh.
Good defense.
About 3 or 4 yards short. That was great defense. I couldn't see who that was.
That was Colby Crowley over there. He had a big game last week against Mount Zion, and Colby comes up. The pass was actually underthrown. Colby did a nice job deflecting that ball. And once again, Bulldogs with a 3 and out. They'll send 2 deep. Familiar faces, a couple seniors, Donnie Lewis along with BP, Braden Pagel, and the sophomore for the Hearts, that's Michael Sefton, will be deep to punt after the 3 and out. Good stand by the Bulldogs here in the second half.
Well, Coach said it earlier this week. He thought that they could score it on a punt return, and I don't know if they're going to score on this. They're going to get great field position at the 41.
Yeah, not a great punt. Bulldogs did a good job just letting that one settle in. They'll take over on their side, 38-yard line, Effingham side. I've done that like how many times? 17?
I think it's up to 18.
18 now? Well, regardless, it's going to be the 40-yard line on Effingham's side.
Also known as the 60-yard line.
Oh.
Dyer sets up. Luke Johnson behind him, stacked to the left side. Ray Long to the right. Handoff does go to Johnson. Patient with his steps, cups it back to the left, and he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it.
You know what I like about Bulldog football these last 3 years?
That we're announcing?
Well, besides that.
What is it?
Traditions. The checkerboard end zone started 3 years ago with some senior dads.
Oh.
The last year's group took it over, and this year's group continued it. Those checkerboard end zones put together by that ground crew along with some senior dads. Here we go. Luke Dyer to LJ. Luke Johnson, the 2 Lukes. Luke's got some room on the outside. He's got plenty of room. He's fighting for yards. And it's a big gainer for the senior Luke Johnson over that right side. Brings up 1st and 10. They're fighting right outside that red zone, Chad. But what I was saying, traditions. They got the tailgate trailer that's still out there in the parking lot. I love that. Senior week. Coach Atkins does a great job of building a program. I'll let you call play now.
Well, he builds passion around it for sure. Dyer set back. A quick pass to Ray Long again. Finally connects with him for the touchdown.
There we go! Cue the fireworks.
We will not send it down to the sideline reporter because he's up here getting warm with us. Hey, for the first time here, this is what I noticed on that play to Ray Long. Dyer was overthrowing him. He put it in the only place he could catch it over his left shoulder.
The old bread basket. What a great
pickle
pass.
Barrel.
The old pickle barrel. I don't even know what that means still.
Well,
nonetheless, there's the fireworks. Cue them up.
Sure feels like 4th of July.
Jackson Davis here in October with the point after. It's not the 4th of July, and kick is good. Bulldogs up 21-0. Doing a great job of striking early. First possession of the game, touchdown. First possession of the second half, touchdown and long. Dyer does a great job of finding his big target. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Yeah, you got to think they're going to continue to strike like that. If you're going to, we sound like a broken record, but if you're going to continue to give them single coverage on the outside, why wouldn't you take that? I'm a little surprised that we haven't seen more passes to Pagel tonight, and maybe that's just a mismatch. I'm not sure what that's about. Burner certainly does. He gets paid to do that.
Well, we talked about it. They're not giving a lot of safety help over top, so those outside receivers are open on those one-on-one matchups. Taking shots, took one there, long one-on-one, perfect pass from Dyer. He wasn't long that time. He connects for the touchdown. Luke having a great game at the quarterback position. Tyler Majors, the senior, set to kick. They line up at about their 5-yard line. Majors with a squibber. Kicks in that third line, and it's going to go out of bounds. Not how we drew it up. That'll start at the 35-yard line.
Well, it only really cost him 10. It's going to come up to the 35, as you said. But you've got Effingham in their own territory. We have not yet seen them here in the first possession. Crossing midfield, 9:07 to go, 21 to goose egg. Bulldogs on top.
Well, we talked about it pregame. They like to run. They're 75%-ish run compared to 25% pass, but
that's good.
Honestly, haven't seen yet, or 74-26. It depends on how you look at it.
Yep.
We haven't seen a lot of pass attempts.
No, they've taken a couple of shots that ended up being pass interference on the Bulldogs. I wouldn't call it a bad penalty. I mean, if you don't do that, they're probably gone. Let's go, Gillum with a quick pass. That's going to go to Andrew Lotz, who's got some company. Picks up maybe 4.5, 5 on that. Get it out to the 40-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 5.
Andrew
We've not
Lotz.
seen that pass here tonight.
No,
the flats.
They want to target Lotz. He's 6'4", he's 200, he's a senior. He's been through the ringer, so to speak. He's a veteran. They can find him. They can do some work. And they did just that on that one. 5-yard pickup, 2nd and 5.
Gillum to his back, and my goodness. Jack Gallier makes him pay for it 5 yards deep.
Jack Gallier throwing up the flex muscles on that one, showing his pipes. Oh, he's celebrating that one. And a big play by the senior, the 4-year starter, Jack Gallier. Penetrates that defense. Big stop for big Jack Gallier. Senior night. Flexing.
Third and 8 from their own 37. Motion from Belcher. Gillum takes a shot across the middle, and it is intercepted at the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs.
Picky pick.
Who is that?
BG.
Who is it?
Braden Garrett. The junior, Braden Garrett, plays that perfectly. The pass was a little bit overthrown or underthrown, depending on how you're looking at it.
I don't think the receiver was even expecting it. He kind of looked at that like a mule looking at a new fence. He didn't know what to do with it.
That's like your go-to. I love how you go to that every game, and I still don't know what it means.
You've never seen a mule look at a new fence?
Never seen it, but
it's
I feel
unfamiliar
like it's
to him. He's not sure what to
puzzling.
do. Yeah.
And Effingham definitely puzzled on that. BG with a big pick. Certainly he wasn't puzzled. He wasn't a mule looking at it.
He just actually went right up and grabbed it over the receiver.
He's probably seen the fence before.
Speaking of fence, defense is out for Effingham.
He's not
7:51 to go.
BG's a new mule looking at an old fence.
Well, thanks for tuning in. This is almost certainly the last time we're going to be asked to be up here at Bulldog TV. Dyer shotgun formation. It's a quick pitch out to Brady Pagel. Tries to cut it inside and still on his feet. Hit hard by 3 or 4 Effingham players, and maybe I think he's going to end up with a loss on that. Maybe
play,
1.
Yeah, that play requires some key blocks up front because it's a quick hitter to BG or BP, Pagel, and Long just missed his block to get Pagel free, so not much doing there. 2nd and 10.
Well, see what happens is they've no safeties over the top. You've got a lot more guys reacting a lot quicker than you would.
Sure, they're playing up.
Quick pitch to Pagel. He drops back. He's got a blocker on the outside. Out to 45-50.
He's a senior.
Green.
He's at the 25. He's at the 10.
Make him pay for
He's
it.
at the 5. He's a senior. He's my favorite senior. Braden Pagel. Cue the fireworks.
Oh, and there's a flag. It's probably going to be excessive.
Celebration.
No, there's some pushing, and Atkins is absolutely spitting mad.
He doesn't like it. He doesn't like it.
The one thing Atkins can't take is stupid penalties.
Yeah, that was a silly one. The the touchdown will count, but we're going to push it back on the late penalty, it looks like. What's it going to be?
Yeah, it's going to be unsportsmanlike.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of enthusiasm away from that great play from Braden. Braden just had one guy to miss. He does the rest. That's his second touchdown of the night. Great senior night for BP.
A lot of emotions, and the one thing we don't typically see on the Bulldogs, they're pretty disciplined. I mean, they make mistakes, of course, but you don't see dumb penalties like trying to fight another player generally.
No, they've done a great job of walking away. So Jackson Davis lines up for the point after. He's a sophomore. Hammerschmidt with the hold. Hammer with a good hold. Davis does the rest. Point after is good. Bulldogs all over the Hearts, 28-0. The penalty be assessed on the kickoff, Chad.
Well, someone's going to be doing some push-ups watching film tomorrow.
But it's not going to be me. I'm going to be watching some NFL football tomorrow.
I don't think you are. Tomorrow's Saturday, 28-0, 7:07.
You're right. The Illini playing tonight's got me all thrown off.
By the way, do we have an update on the Illini score?
They were down. They're down 17-0.
Yeah.
According to our sideline reporter.
That sounds about right.
Is positioned in the booth. I'm not sure what's happening.
Well, my prediction's
we miss you,
getting
Ryan.
closer, 28-0. We need Effingham to get at least 17 points for me to cover the spread here.
We miss Heiser. He's tougher than Brock. He actually stays on the sideline.
Ouch.
Nonetheless, aligning with work to do. That threw me off. I thought with them playing it was Saturday, but obviously it's not. It's Friday night, Frank Dutton Field. So tomorrow we'll play college football, won't we?
We will. A little flag football action in the morning.
Oh, 10 a.m. I know a certain Atkins that will be playing at 10 a.m.
He's probably on the winning team, be my guess.
Barber Park live. If you're not doing anything, you might as well come out and see some more champions. Here's the senior majors on the kickoff. The kick is a short one. They field it cleanly. It's up the right side. That's Weaver with a good return. Finds a little space, brings it almost all the way back to the 46, 47-yard line. Good return for Weaver for the Hearts. Chad, I think it's safe we can start talking a little bit about playoffs. We've got 2 more games to go this season. We've got to go on the road twice. Mattoon next week, who last we checked, Mattoon was beating Taylorville. They come in. They'll have 2 wins if they can finish that one. Tie game. I'm getting
live updates.
Live updates. Let's go live here at Frank Dutton, Chad.
Gage Gillum looking for some kind of change. Beltram goes in motion. Oh! And DL. Isn't it?
No,
it's Frank Noah.
Noah Frank, we talked about him, but we don't talk about him enough. We talk a lot about Jack and Javon, but Noah's that third piece on that D-line in that 3-down set. Noah's been a huge piece of this D-line. Comes up with a big, big stop there.
Well, here's what I like about him, Dan. We're going to see him next year.
I love that.
For the next 2 years,
wow.
I should say.
Just a sophomore.
Dunstan lined up very deep. Reed in motion. It's a quick pass. That's intended for and actually received by Andrew Lotz. We're not calling his name as much as we did last year in this game.
Yeah, 6'4" senior. He's a target. Crowley does a great job of form tackling there. He lets him make the catch, but he's perfect tackle. Gets both of his legs wrapped up, brings him down. Short gain for Effingham. Brings up.
He's shaking up a little bit on that. He's gonna. Well, I guess Effingham's gonna take a timeout, and we will too. We'll be back after this message from our sponsors.
Andrew White Dentistry is Mahomet's choice for quality dental treatment in a friendly environment. Dr. White is proud to serve his hometown of Mahomet from their new location at 1112 Broadmoor in Champaign. Call 217-359-5050 to set up an appointment today. Jackson Construction and Restoration is a family-owned and operated company specializing in residential and commercial services. We have been serving Central Illinois for over 20 years. If you want to remodel a room, restore a deck, or even start fresh with a new house, Jackson is there. And in the times of need after any fire or storm damage, our team of experts is there to help you rebuild or restore your home. Call now for an estimate on your next project.
Well, we're back here, still in timeout here. Hey, listen, if you're enjoying Bulldog TV, and it's not just football, we've got all kinds of sports. Simon Anderson, of course, running that program.
The guru.
The godfather of Bulldog TV. Hey, listen, you can sign up. What do we technically? You can get a membership if you want to.
Subscribe.
Well, no, this is something different.
Oh.
Dan. You probably weren't even paying attention
No, I
when they
wasn't.
were telling us. Hey, if you want to support Bulldog TV, it's not free to
J-Von.
operate this. Go down and hit the join button.
Oh, yeah, you can do that, too. Become a member.
Yeah, we're getting all kinds of members tonight.
Javon Irwin with a huge play there. The senior comes up, makes a big stop, pushes them to fourth down territory. You got to look for a punt here.
4th and 17 from their own 40. Just really,
How do you become a member?
well, if you're on the page, just go down and hit. It's a nominal paid membership fee.
We could use the money, too.
Well, listen, we could get sideline cameras for basketball. They could have them. You could do all kinds of things.
Now you're
But
talking.
we need people to help out. That's just how it works. Punt gets off.
Every little bit helps, and that's Donnie's going to let that one land safely. It'll be a good punt from Effingham, quite frankly, and that's going to start up for the Bulldogs at 21. We couldn't do it without support. I mean, all this stuff costs money. So become a member. Help us out. We could use all the help. Every little bit helps, even if it's $1, $5, $10. Go down there, become a member. But let's thank our corporate partners, Chad, D1 Networks, Prairie Side Development, Jackson Quality Construction, Busey Bank, Christie Clinic, Subway Mahomet, Andrew White Dentistry, Mid-America Market, the Boosters, of course, First State Bank of Forest, FedEx Ground, and, of course, Mahomet Animal Hospital. Here's Dyer with a pitch deep to long, and it looks like there's a flag.
Yeah, he knew he was beat. He had to pull that arm.
Yeah, he had to pull it because Long had him step for step. He got 2 good steps on him, and if he doesn't hold him there, that might have been a catch and run.
That's a 6. That's a 6.
That's the old yak.
While
play.
we're talking about this membership, it would probably put people at ease to know that you and I don't even benefit from it, other than
No.
it doesn't go to pay our salaries.
No, unfortunately, it does not.
But we do get free pork chops. We appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. One of those corporate partners, the Boosters, hooking us up. Thank you, Harry and the Boosters, for feeding the booth.
Handoff goes to Luke Johnson. He's got company, and they just can't seem to solve that mystery where that defensive line, give Effingham all the credit. And there's, again, some extracurricular pushing and shoving. I know we're past homecoming. I don't think we were dancing out there.
Now, I want to talk real quick about the job that Colton Metcalf-Poulos is doing, because we talked about pregame, we talked about Love and how much of a problem he's been for us the last couple of years. But you notice, Chad, we haven't talked about him a lot tonight. Give credit to Colton Metcalf-Poulos, the beast. He's been matched up with him all night. He's doing a great job.
And they like what they see. They're going to take it again. No flag. He held his arm again. Got away with it that time, and he had him beat.
Yeah, good coverage. It might have got a little handsy, but nonetheless, no call. Logan Kessler, on the coverage of Ray Long. And again, taking a shot. They like the matchup, does Burner, and it's there. They just need to make it happen.
I'm going to make a prediction.
Okay.
That's a 3rd strike for Ray Long.
What are you, Nostradamus?
They're gonna flip it to Trey Peters and take that one-on-one matchup.
All right. Let's see
That
what
is my
happens. 3rd and
unofficial.
10.
Peggle in motion. Dyer rolls to his left. All kinds of time.
You called it.
And it does go to Peters.
You
He'll have
called
the
it.
first down.
You called it.
One in the books for me. I called one right.
Hey, I feel like we need to play the lottery now.
Well, I don't think we need to push fade, Dan.
Wow.
3:59 to go here in the 3rd. All Bulldogs.
Look at you and your predictions, calling it.
I
First and 10.
also predict they're going to snap the ball here at this next one.
You're undefeated.
Yep.
As an
Nothing
announcer.
gets by me.
You're basically undefeated. Sure enough, they do.
And they do. Goes to Luke Johnson, taking his time, trying to find his holes, pick him, and he's done a good job of it. Pick up about 7.
LJ.
Run out of bounds on the Effingham side.
This is when you expect to see Burner just keep the pace now. We're going to start getting a little tempo. There's a little extracurricular on the sideline. Nothing doing, though. But expect Burner to keep that pace now. Keep giving the ball to Johnson. Let him do work. Let that offensive line try to wear out that D-line, who's done a great job all night. But now we're starting to push the ball on him here in the second half. 3:31 left to go in the third. Mattoon is up in that game, I'm told, by a touchdown. We got them on the road next week, Chad.
They're up. Dyer sets back, takes a strike to Trey Peters.
There it is.
And he has him on his feet
Yes,
still.
sir!
Walking in for the touchdown.
What a great pass from Dyer. Dyer puts it right in the pickle barrel, as you say, to big target Trey Peters. He does the rest, carries a defender into the end zone, into those checkerboard end zones for the touchdown.
Hey,
Bulldog.
give it to Mike Burner.
Yeah.
I mean, he's showing something all
Stayed
off the right
patient.
side. Peters is doing nothing, and they go over the top to him. Beats his man. I have officially lost since it's 34-0 right now.
Yeah, he stayed patient throughout, Burner did, and he knew the matchup was there, and he's taking advantage of it now. Davis for the point after. Jackson up, and the kick is good. Bulldogs all over the Flaming Hearts, 35-0, and you are officially out of the running, Chad.
Thank you, Dan. I think I started that way.
Chris with the pregame prediction at 45-10. I was at 42-13. Bulldogs well on their way to the 40s here in the third quarter. Let's look ahead. We got Mattoon next week, and then we got a tough road matchup against an undefeated Quincy high school team. That's going to be a ball
haul.
game. So it's a haul. We've made the trip several times over the last 2 years. We made it earlier this year over to Q&D, took care of business. But that Quincy game is going to be basically a playoff atmosphere type of game. Quincy undefeated. They got a heck of an O-line. They've got a really great running back.
Well, but they play a lot of 5
They play 5, 6A.
5 and 6A teams too, don't they?
Yeah, they do, and they beat the Drums. I don't know what I got to say, but they. What I'm trying to say is they beat Q&D handily.
Oh,
as well we
You
did.
should have just said that.
Well, I was trying to come up with a fun pun. There's a kick from Majors. It's fielded on the ground up the right side by Weaver again. Weaver with good returns all night. Weaver, that senior, number 2. Doing a great job on special teams, 5'9", 150.
Great blocking up front for them.
Yeah, a good special team return from Weaver again. He's done a great job all night. Good 30 yards. He fielded that one around the 2-yard line. Brought it up to the 32-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Again, that Quincy game is going to be a playoff-type atmosphere. A good test for the Bulldogs heading into the playoffs. Lots with it, and a whole pack of Bulldogs surrounds him. Lots of orange all over Lots there. The senior, number 12. Excuse me, that's Belcher, 6'1", 150. He's just a junior. I botched that completely up. Oh, boy. Brings up 2nd and 6 for the Hearts. Got to imagine that the Bulldogs with this one, they lock up playoff contention, and now we're playing for seed the rest of the way.
Now you wonder when you start to see second team come in. Oh,
great.
Well,
D.
as long as they're doing that, maybe don't bother with it. Hand off to Dunson. He's going to loss on the yard. I don't know. I'm going to guess Jack Gallier.
Senior, 4-year starter. Jack Gallier leaving his mark on this Frank Dutton field once again.
Also leaving his mark on Weldon Dunston there, Dan.
Yep, that was a good mark. Weldon not finding anything there. Yancey's got the gong out on 3rd down, as he always does.
2:03 to go here in the third, 35-0. Bulldogs, if you're just tuning in, 3rd and 10 for Effingham. Wow.
Here we go, D. This could put this game away.
Reed goes in motion. Gillum drops the back. And it is, what great defense.
Good defense, but really good pass, too, from Gillum.
Well, he sidearmed it.
Sidearmed it. Had his guy. Good defense by the Bulldogs to deflect it late.
Donnie Lewis with the breakup on that one. He just came in 100 miles an hour.
Donnie's had back-to-back great weeks. Donnie's doing a great job. That senior-led safety. He'll drop back for the punt return like he does, along with BP, Braden Pagel, and that's Michael Septon, the sophomore, to punt. He fields it. He gets it off. It's a short punt. They're going to leave that one alone. Might have hit a Bulldog, so Donnie wisely falls on it because he wasn't sure if it hit a Bulldog. Donnie, that senior-led safety, falls on it. Bulldogs will take over. It's been all Bulldogs in this Apollo Conference matchup.
And we got some familiar faces checking in here on offense. Of course, Mason Orton checks in. Pagel and Peters to the far side. Still Ray Long. Single matchup to the Bulldog side.
Looks like we got a timeout.
And there's going to be an official timeout. I think we'll follow suit. We'll be right back after this break.
FedEx Ground of Champaign is a proud sponsor of MSHS Athletics, who is committed to bringing you reliable delivery service. And they're hiring now. Visit the QR code on your screen to apply.
Growing your family, opening your own business, retiring to travel, leaving your legacy. At Busey Bank, we know there's a lot to look forward to and a lot of planning along the way. Celebrate your life's milestones by putting your money to work. Busey Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Member FDIC.
Hey, we're back here on senior night. Frank Dutton Field, all Bulldogs, 35-0. Stick with us, folks. Very, very special ceremony after the game. We're going to go live. It's the senior walk, Chad. We won't have the post-game show with Coach Atkins because we want to air that out and honor these seniors. Stick with us. Don't go anywhere after the game. It's a pretty special moment for these seniors, and we're going to have it live here. Right here on Bulldog TV. Dyer here sets up 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. 1:30 left to go in the third quarter. Dyer in that shotgun formation. LJ right behind him. He gives to LJ over the right side. LJ looking for room, nothing doing. Just a short game, maybe one on that one. Brings up 2nd and about 9. Chad, you got to imagine that they're going to probably take a shot again at some point. And what's been working so far this game is the connection to the big boys and that pickle barrel catch.
Oh, you keep saying pickle barrel, Dan. I really can't deal with that.
Oh, okay.
Hey, let's just keep it kosher.
Let's just, you know what? Wow.
This is definitely our last
night. Here's the pass, and the pass is complete right in that pickle barrel.
Pagel on the reception. That'll bring up 3rd.
A lot of P's. Pickle barrel, Pagels, and keeping it kosher as the Bulldogs move the chains, but no, actually don't move the chains. It's a 5-yard game. Brings up 3rd and 5. Let's call it 4. Well, that was – wow, Chad, you're a genius. Keeping it kosher.
Pitch out goes to Luke Johnson. He's got a block on the outside. He'll be really still on his feet and finally knocked out of bounds. We'll get the first down as the third quarter. Well, they're going to stop it because he went out of bounds. 17 seconds to go till the end of the third.
Look for Burner in this offense to just take control of this game with the time clock. They're going to nickel dime.
Oh,
yeah, like I predicted. Here comes Diesel. I didn't predict it, but I was about to.
I don't think that counts.
I think it does. We want to control the clock, keep the ground game going, start playing that bully ball.
Oh, it is 4th down.
4th down.
Where were you on that one, Waldinger?
Diesel time.
And that's really – they give him a bad spot.
It's going to be right at the marker, Chad.
They're going to call it first down, Bulldogs.
Hold on now.
Yeah, they are. All you got to do is look at the flag guys.
Yeah, they're winding it up. You're right. They just got that on that Diesel package. They bring back in Dyer and that other offensive set to keep the chains moving.
That's going to wind up the third quarter. We'll be back right after this.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Since 1929, Christie Clinic has been delivering quality and personalized healthcare to the East Central Illinois region. Our culture is a unique blend of core values and a united vision. Christie Clinic. We listen. We care. The Mahomet-Seymour High School Athletic Boosters are proud to continue their support of 20 sport programs that make up MSHS Bulldog Athletics. They thank you for your continued support, and go Bulldogs.
Okay, we're back here at Bulldog TV. Just an absolutely special moment. Of course, John, your name's not John, it's
Max, Dan.
Dan, just to our left, we have a legend over here for Effingham.
What a
Greg
legend.
Sapp. He's been announcing games for Effingham for 40 years. This is his last broadcast.
Wow.
Just a true professional. And, you know, we're up here kind of joking around a lot. He's an absolute professional at this.
I've been fortunate to have kids go through the programs in the Apollo Conference. I still got Kylie doing her thing for a couple of years, and it's been a true honor to listen when they are on the road at Effingham. Tuning into Greg Sapp is absolute professionalism. I've really enjoyed his broadcast. I actually shook his hand before the game because he's a true professional. He should get paid a lot more for what he does, and he's a loyal Effingham guy. Here's a big pass to Peters. Oh, my! Mossing it. Touchdown! Who got mossed? Hey, let's send that to Sports Center. Who got mossed? Who got mossed?
Hands down, the catch of his career. He's beat to the short side, jumps over the guy, fights through an interference which wasn't called.
Oh,
lays out.
hold on a second. But if you're tuning in, let's run that back because you got mossed.
Here we go.
Dyer sets back deep. A little underthrown. Peters with the adjustment over the top. You got mossed. I'm telling you, we got to send that to Sports Center. If y'all listen at ESPN, that should be on Sunday Morning Countdown.
Well, I'm pretty sure
got mossed.
No one
Trey
from
Peters.
ESPN is tuning into this broadcast.
Well, let's get back, though. Let's get back to Greg. Greg Sapp, a true legend, Effingham radio. Honestly, like he calls NASCAR stuff. He calls all those local sports down in Effingham, and he's a treasure. He's a absolute treasure for our area. And being a follower of my kids' sports, I always look forward to Effingham road games because I know he's going to call an awesome game, and it's really a privilege. Like we're absolute disaster compared to Greg.
100%. Well, I mean, we do spend some time studying film, looking at, you know, reports, things of that nature. And I look to my left and I see Greg Sapp's got a situational wheel. If it's 3rd and 2, what are they likely to do? He's a true professional. So much respect to him in his last game here.
Shout out to
Frank
him.
Dutton Field.
Shout out to Greg on a fine career. Majors with the kick. It's a short one, and that's a familiar face. Again, Weaver on the return. Nothing doing there that time. Good coverage by the Bulldogs on that special teams. He doesn't get much that time, but again, Greg, good. What a legend. Maybe we can get him to retire Mahomet.
Well, then we're out of a job.
I'm fine with that.
I am too.
I'll hand the mic right over right now. But I'm pretty sure he's bleeding red and white.
I think so.
I don't think we can coerce him over here to the orange and blue side, but what a career for him. And a special moment by the Bulldog Athletic Program. Shout out to Matt Hensley for honoring him tonight over the PA. That was pretty cool. Someday they'll probably do that for you, Chad.
I doubt they will. Gillen trying to get something going here. I formation. Belcher in the backfield, and that just fell apart as soon as the ball snapped.
Here comes that second unit.
Seniors, an exchange. Second team will get some looks with 10 minutes to go. I guess I missed it. We must have missed the extra point, Dan. We were talking about.
We did.
Greg Sapp, 41-0.
Which brings me closer to my 42-13 prediction, by the way.
Price is Right rules, Dan.
We didn't
over.
establish that.
And it's actually a new quarterback in here. That's going to be Jackson Bridges, I believe.
A lot of new
13.
faces on both sides. 54 Byers in there for the Bulldogs on that stop. He's a D lineman, just a junior. He'll be back next year. 6 foot 210 junior is Byers, number 54.
Nolan Fearday checks in at wide receiver. Of course, Belcher stays in, and you've got Jackson Bridges at the helm.
Full scale changes for the Bulldogs.
Oh, and it's another fumble. Buffs apart, still on his feet. And finally, going to be hit by Gage Decker.
Gage Decker, shout out to him, a senior we talked about pregame. He's in on that tackle along with Carter Panagakis. Carter just a sophomore. Of course, Gage, that senior. Good tackle by them. Brings up second and about, that was a first down play. Brings up 1st and 10.
Brock Meltebarger now checks in wide receiver. Another fumbled, and it looks like
that's on the ground.
Bulldogs may have it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
3 snaps, 3 fumbles, and Bulldogs finally capitalize on it. Hats off to that second team for coming up with a big turnover, and they are ecstatic.
That's Huey Allen for the Bulldogs, the 5'8", 170 sophomore with the recovery. Huey gets a shout out here on Bulldog TV. Good play by the Bulldog defense. Taking over with 8 minutes left. Clock's running. All Bulldogs tonight, 41-0. So this is a time of year we start thinking about playoffs, start thinking about seeding. Bulldogs with just 1 loss, first game against Morton. Morton's still undefeated as of pregame. So a good loss for the Bulldogs heading in to the playoff battle.
Ryan Pruitt checks in, goes the handoff to Ashby, and he'll get nothing on that. It'll bring up second down, 7:31. Are we yet up to a running clock, Dan?
I forget the rules, Chad.
Is it 35 or 42?
Yeah. I can't help you there. But I do know what a pickle barrel is.
Okay.
Other than that, I can't really help you. Ryan Pruitt, the sophomore quarterback, leading things off. Ryken Kirby, the senior, right beside him, number 40.
They're content to wind this clock down as far as possible.
Actually, that's Kate Ashby. My fault.
No, it isn't. It's Kirby. He
Oh, you're
will take
right.
the handoff, and he's got the biggest gain tonight.
It is
really
Ryken.
close to the first down.
I
See
shouldn't
where
have
they spot it.
second-guessed myself. Ryken Kirby, that senior. Coach talked about him, the Coach Atkins show. He's been behind LJ his whole career, but he's a heck of an athlete, fast runner, hard runner, big boy. Rips off about 8 there. Call it 7. Brings up 3rd and 3 for the Bulldogs.
Wade Manuel now checking in. Ryan Pruitt, of course, at the helm. He's a sophomore, 5'10", 150.
One of our loyal viewers says 35 is the magic number for running clock.
Yeah, that's good. It goes to Kirby again. Off the left edge. He's got room. Still on his feet. Tries to cut it back in.
Nice
Gets a block,
cutback.
and he'll get all the way down to the 15-yard line. 1st and 10. 2 plays, about 28 yards for Ryken Kirby.
Yeah, Ryken over that left side looking for more action. He could have cut it out of bounds, but he decides to get a couple more, cuts it back. Nice cutback for Ryken. Gets 3 or 4 more yards. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. That second unit doing a great job. Cade Harrell out there, number 5 on the wide out. New face. Caleb Collins, it looks like, also in there.
6 seconds on the play clock. Handoff again goes to Ryken Kirby. Not as much doing there. Pick up a couple. Bring up second down.
Connor Bennett, I see him out there, a sophomore, 135 wide out for the Bulldogs. Connor is number 20 in your program. Number 45, that's Wade Manuel, just a sophomore, also out there at wide out, along with number 9, Mason Orton. We've called his name throughout the season. He likes to come in on those 5 wide situations, does Mason. Ryken doing all the heavy lifting, though. Vance Clark in there at O-line as well. Number 75.
Handoff again. Does go to Ryken Kirby. Nothing doing there.
Aiden Kroll, shout out to him. He's out there, juniors, number 70 on the O-line as well. I see Trevor Coit out there as well, the senior. Number 51 doing his thing. Good to see him out there, the senior. It might be one of his last home games for Mahomet. Four minutes left to go in this one. Again, stick around. Special senior night ceremony after the game.
Pruitt with the snap. It's a pitch out to Reckon Kirby. He's got a blocker on the left seam.
Good block.
On his feet. Touchdown, Kirby.
There's a flag late.
Yeah.
Good block by Mason Orton, but there is some laundry.
Coming back. It looked like that first initial block blocked him in the back. That was probably going to go against Wade Manuel. Had a hook on them, and
yeah, that's exactly
sure enough
right.
It is. But a great run by Riken Kirby.
Yeah, again, another good cut by Riken to cut it upfield for the touchdown, but it's going to be called back on the hold. I see Braden Lamb out there as well, number 50.
Lambo.
Old Lambo's out there. Braden Lamb, just a junior. 5'10", 225 junior Braden Lamb, number 50 at that tackle position for the ball. Actually, he is the center. Thank you, Chad.
Yeah. Generally, the guy holding the ball on the line is the center. That's not always, but
9
generally
times out of 10.
Works. Yeah.
At least 9.5 times out of 10.
High snap. It's a pitch out again to Riken Kirby. Same play. Tries to cut it in.
Well,
Still on his feet. Taken down about the 7-yard line. That'll bring up a 4th down in about 3.5, give or take. 2:50 to go here in the game, 41-0. Of course, Bulldogs trying to make a statement.
Price is Right rules. I'm still ahead.
Well, you can't go over.
I'm not over.
If they score here, you're out. Only Chris wins.
Well, I'm not going to root against the Bulldogs. I'm going to root for Chris, I guess.
I guess you would. 4th and 3.
Got to look for Kirby here, right up the middle. He's a big back, senior.
Pitch out again to Kirby.
He's going
to walk it in.
Got it.
Second time tonight, only one will count. Riken Kirby.
Put a little bow on it, Chad.
I think people are going to wrap up their blankets.
Put a little bow on that one. Riken Kirby, the senior, with an exclamation point. And congratulations to Chris Roberts and the Chris Roberts Halftime Show for winning today's.
Who is going to score more? I feel like generally Chris is closer than UI. Does that mean he knows football better?
He watches a lot of football.
Yeah, I think.
Christopher Mahomet. Jackson Davis out for the point after, trying to get this to a 48-0 ball game. The kick is up.
He'll do it.
Kick's good. Good night for the Bulldogs, making a stand all night long. They were tested in the first half. That D-line showed up well for the Effingham. We just wore them out, Chad.
Well, I kind of go back to something we said in the first quarter where we just didn't have an answer for Gage Gillum coming off that left edge, and finally they make the adjustment. That's been the biggest difference. They're just not getting edge plays.
Yep, you're exactly right. We made the right proper adjustments. Stop that keeper on the left-hand side, and rest is history tonight. Good showing for the Bulldogs. You got to imagine the next game's hopefully a playoff contest. Hopefully we'll host the first round, but we've got some work to do. We got to go on the road to Mattoon, go on the road to Quincy High School, which will be a battle. But we locked up playoffs tonight.
I'll see that takes Effingham to 3-4, and the Bulldogs to 6-1.
6-1.
Had to look at the schedule there.
You kind of glitched there. I thought
we've got a bad internet connection.
Technical difficulties. Okay, we'll blame it on Ryan.
Dropping packets.
I don't know what's going on right now. All Bulldogs. Another shutout. That's could be the third one this year for the Bulldogs if they can hold here. Kicks from Majors. It's fielded by number 13. He's got a pretty good return.
Now that's actually going to be Hunter Reed, I think, 83, isn't it?
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. Hunter Reed on the return for
3 times
the
tonight.
Hearts.
3 times tonight. You said I'm right. I sure hope my wife's listening. She won't believe it. Hey, checking in at Vance Clark.
She's definitely not listening at this point.
Vance Clark, let me just say something about this.
He's a big boy.
6'8", 300 pounds.
Big,
I can't wait to see him
big
develop.
dude. 6'8". You can't coach 6'8", Chad. Last I checked. He's 300 pounds.
Handoff quick. And speaking of which, who
Just-
gets the tackle?
All 300 pounds, Vance Clark gets a tackle. He just fell on him.
Yeah,
I wish you could
the
coach
ball
that.
carrier-
If you could coach 6'8", you'd be a great coach.
Hunter Holland was
Probably
the
Hall of
carrier on
Famer.
that. Checking in for the Bulldogs is going to be number 88. That's going to be Justice Verona, I believe.
Everybody getting a little piece of the action tonight.
They like it. Handoff does go once again, and just like that, Vance Clark with his second tackle tonight.
Does he have Brock's earpiece?
He might. You know, sometimes they do put an earpiece in a helmet.
I feel like he's got it. He knew like he was on stage tonight. Back-to-back big plays from 6'8", 300-pound Vance Clark. Wow. Just a sophomore.
This will likely be the last snap of the night with 33 seconds to go.
Once again, Bulldog fans, stick around. We got some special senior night stuff post-game. Stick around afterwards.
Little confusion by Brock Hackman. There's a snap. Handoff goes to the up back, and he's going to be taken down with quick authority by number 48 for the Bulldogs. That's going to be Grant Arbuckle, I believe.
Quick shout-out. I see Lucas Allstetter, the senior, 5'2", 105. Just a little guy, but he's got all kinds of heart. Pumping up the crowd, does Lucas as we wind this down. That's it. Bulldogs are in the playoffs.
They're in the playoffs, 47-0. That's the end for Frank Dutton Field.
Another
Last
shutout.
home game for the Bulldogs. Hey, stick around. As Dan said, we've got the emotional ceremony. The seniors will walk with the coach one last time from goal line to goal line as they send them off. Stick around for that. That's a wrap for us tonight.
I do it every game.
Hey, when I did that, when you were telling me to come get this one, I left that there.
given up too many yards. We're out of place too many times. We got to fix that. We got to finish tackles. We got to slow ourselves down. We're over pursuing a little bit too much. Again, bend but don't break, right? We kept them out of the end zone, so I'm proud of that. But we knew this was going to be a 4-quarter war. I'm happy with our first half, but this game is not even close to being over. We're going to have to finish the job.
Got it. Thank you, Coach.
2024